afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Lovington Wildcat and Lady Cat basketball from the Walmart Digital and the One Radio Square Sports. From the Bulldog Pit in Artesia, I'm TJ Miracle. Tonight's games are brought to you by Bob's Thriftway, Devon Energy, the Lee County Electric Cooperative, Lovington Auto Supply Napa, Stone Oilfield Services, Eunice Pump and Supply, the First American Bank of Lovington, the Lovington Schools, and Western States Insurance. Great to have you with us. This is your Stone Oilfield Services pregame show. I'm TJ Miracle flying solo tonight as the Lovington Lady Cats will open district tonight against a tough Artesia Lady Bulldogs squad. For the Lady Cats, they're coming at 13-7 on the year. Of course, this is the first district game, so 0-0 in district. And if the season were to end right now, they would go in to the playoffs as the number 9 seed. On the other side of the floor is the Artesia Lady Bulldogs, 14-5 on the year under longtime head coach Jeff Hodling. Right now they are ranked in the number 5 slot, at least according to the Max Preps matrix. A top 10 battle tonight, and for the Lovington Lady Cats coming off of a big run on Monday, a big Monday night affair against the Chaparral Lady Lobos, and dominating that game 62-21 for the Lady Cats in that ballgame. They led by Maria Castro. Maria exploded in that ballgame. She had 24 points to pace the Lady Cats. Liz Mendia chipped in 13 in the winning effort. Erlen Salcido with 8 points was next on the list. She was also the leading rebounder in that ballgame with 8 points. For Lovington, the defense absolutely stymied Chaparral as they forced 43 turnovers in that ball game. It was an absolutely dominating performance. Lovington winning in every single phase of that game. Of course, Artesia, a little bit different animal than the team from Chaparral, but the Lady Cats are prepped, they are ready, and we are going to be ready to go in just a few minutes. We'll take a quick time out, come back, and continue. This is your Stone Oilfield Services pregame show right here on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel and HobbsAmerica.com.
Attention shoppers, Bob's Thriftway welcomes you to Lovington, New Mexico. This week you'll save big on grocery items throughout their store. Save big on produce, household items, bread products, and meats. Every week, Bob's Thriftway has big savings for their customers. Bob's Thriftway is your local hometown grocery store. So for the freshest produce, the best meats, shop Bob's Thriftway, 906 West Avenue D in Lovington.
Devon Energy is proud to support the athletic programs of Lovington High School this season. By partnering with local schools in Lovington, Devon is making an investment in the long-term future of the community. Sports teach discipline, teamwork, and leadership. Skills our youth will use to succeed for a lifetime. From the Devon team to yours, Devon Energy wishes you good luck this season, both on the field and in the classroom. Go Wildcats!
Introducing a smarter, easier way to manage your Lee County Electric account. It is called SmartHub. Now you can pay your bill anywhere, anytime, with 24-hour access to your account. It is free and simple to use. Just search for the SmartHub app on your cell phone or device and download the free app, or go to our website at lcecnet.com and look for the SmartHub logo to view your account or pay your bill online. Managing your Lee County Electric account conveniently and securely with SmartHub. Lee County Electric, owned by those we serve.
It's no secret, at some point you'll have a question or need to replace or fix something on your vehicle. Whether your vehicle is new or ancient, Lovington Auto Supply is your trusted advisor when you need dependable auto parts. Not only do they have the parts you need, they have real answers to your real automotive questions, and that help keeps your vehicle running longer and stronger. Quality parts, helpful people. Lovington Auto Supply, 217 West Avenue D in Lovington. Napa, get up and go.
Stone Oilfield Services says many traffic fatalities may be caused by an intoxicated driver. So do yourself and your community a favor and remember the 3 C's of safety: caution, courtesy, and above all, common sense. Safe and sober driving is everyone's responsibility. That message was from Stone Oilfield Services in Lovington, a name you can trust and depend on. For quality and integrity, call 575-396-1840. From the Stone family and staff at Stone Oilfield Services.
Eunice Pump and Supply has been around for over 30 years and is excited to continue their services to the community. They take pride in their employees and their hard work and dedication, and most importantly, take pride in the youth of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply is a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, another proud supporter of Lee County athletics.
And welcome back to your Stone Oilfield Services pregame show. We're getting ready for the start of this one this evening. The opener for the district race between the Lovington Lady Cats and the Artesia Lady Bulldogs. I'm TJ Miracle flying solo tonight. Dawn Morgan is on assignment, but great to have you with us wherever you are around the world, here on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel and HobbsAmerica.com. So getting ready for the start of this one, just a quick reminder, of course, do subscribe to the Lovington Sports YouTube channel. We would definitely appreciate that. And once we get another 1,000 subscribers, we're at about, 12, nearly 1,300 now. Once we get to 2,000, I will pull another $100 out of my pocket and give it to one lucky subscriber, just to say thank you for subscribing and being a part of Lovington Wildcat and Lady Cat Athletics. Yeah, there's no catch. It's not coming from the sponsors. It's not coming from the stations. It is coming from me, just my way of saying thank you for supporting the Lovington Wildcats and Lady Cats and our broadcasts here on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel and HobbsAmerica.com. So your starters for tonight: for the Lady Cats, coming in at 13-7 on the year, it'll be number 5, Aubrey Aranda, number 12, Malaya Castro, number 14, Ashlyn Barunda, number 20, Liz Buendia, and number 24, Erlin Salcedo. The rest of the bench for Coach Chief Bridgeforth will be number 3, Luisa Cardenas, number 4, Carly Knapp, number 10, Myra Castro, and number 22, Carly Greben. On the other side of the hardwood tonight, for the 5th-ranked Artesia Lady Bulldogs under longtime head coach Jeff Hodling, the starters tonight will be number 20, Kaylee Padilla, number 22, Jenna Whitmire, number 23, Kimber Beltran, number 32, Hattie Harrison, and number 45, Lauren Wegner. For the Lady Cats tonight, get out, play downhill, play your game, play tough defense, find some offensive rhythm and some offensive consistency, and you could get out of here stealing a win in the Bulldog Pit. An extremely hard place to play and an extremely hard place to win for anybody over the last, I don't know how many years. Nice facility here in Artesia, but if you're the Lovington Lady Cats, you would love to steal one here tonight and go up 1-0 in the district race going into next week's ball game. So the teams have headed back to their respective benches. Well, Lovington has anyway. Artesia has gone up the tunnel. They'll be coming out for their introductions here in just a few minutes, and so we will be taking probably a long time out for that. Full night of basketball tonight across our family of streams and stations. The Hobbs Eagles at home tonight. They are taking on Clovis on the Hobbs Sports YouTube channel and also the Hobbs tab at HobbsAmerica.com. Ty friend Ron Gunner will have that. That game also available on our sister station, Cool 95.7. I mentioned my partner in crime, Dawn Morgan, on assignment tonight. She is with the Hobbs Lady Eagles. That game in Clovis at 7 o'clock tonight on the Lee County News and Sports YouTube channel and on Eagle 100.5. So we're getting ready for the national anthem and the introduction of teams. We'll take a timeout, come back, and tip this one off as Lady Cat basketball continues in a moment.
When it comes to your hard-earned money, selecting the right bank is vital. Hi, I'm David Campbell, president of First American Bank in Lovington. First American Bank in Lovington is part of this community. So bank with trusted partners you know, and trusted partners that are part of this area we call home. First American Bank offers all the advantages big corporate banks do, and we do our banking with hometown support and commitment. Choose First American Bank, 19 West Washington in Lovington. We want to earn your trust, then earn your business.
Lovington Schools proudly supports their athletic teams and wants to encourage all teachers, students, and staff to keep pressing on. Wildcats, you are winners on and off of the court. Lovington Municipal Schools are proud of holding the utmost and highest standards. Go out there and be proud to be part of the Big Blue. For more information on what is happening now at Lovington Schools, log on to lovingtonschools.net and bet you won't be disappointed. Go Big Blue. 3 claps and a woo!
Western States Insurance.
Why choose Western States Insurance as your independent insurance agent? Because Western States Insurance is more than an insurance agency. They're a people agency dedicated to the insurance needs of their customers. Western States Insurance is large enough to provide the products you demand and small enough to offer you personal service.
We've got you covered. Western States Insurance.
Call 396-1318 or go by 212 North Love in Lovington. Attention shoppers. Bob's Thriftway welcomes you to Lovington, New Mexico. This week you'll save big on grocery items throughout their store. Save big on produce, household items, bread products, and meats. Every week, Bob's Thriftway has big savings for their customers. Bob's Thriftway is your local hometown grocery store. So for the freshest produce, the best meats, shop Bob's Thriftway, 906 West Avenue D in Lovington.
Devon Energy is proud to support the athletic programs of Lovington High School this season. By partnering with local schools in Lovington, Devon is making an investment in the long-term future of the community. Sports teach discipline, teamwork, and leadership. Skills our youth will use to succeed for a lifetime. From the Devon team to yours, Devon Energy wishes you good luck this season, both on the field and in the classroom. Go Wildcats!
Introducing a smarter, easier way to manage your Lee County Electric account. It is called Smart Hub. Now you can pay your bill anywhere, anytime, with 24-hour access to your account. It is free and simple to use. Just search for the Smart Hub app on your cell phone or device and download the free app, or go to our website at lcecnet.com and look for the Smart Hub logo to view your account or pay your bill online. Managing your Lee County Electric account conveniently and securely with Smart Hub. Lee County Electric, owned by those we serve.
It's no secret, at some point you'll have a question or need to replace or fix something on your vehicle. Whether your vehicle is new or ancient, Lovington Auto Supply is your trusted advisor when you need dependable auto parts. Not only do they have the parts you need, they have real answers to your real automotive questions, and that help keeps your vehicle running longer and stronger. Quality parts, helpful people. Lovington Auto Supply, 217 West Avenue D in Lovington. Napa, get up and go.
Stone Oilfield Services says many traffic fatalities may be caused by an intoxicated driver. So do yourself and your community a favor and remember the 3 C's of safety: caution, courtesy, and above all, common sense. Safe and sober driving is everyone's responsibility. That message was from Stone Oilfield Services in Lovington, a name you can trust and depend on. For quality and integrity, call 575-396-1840. From the Stone family and staff at Stone Oilfield Services.
Eunice Pump and Supply has been around for over 30 years and is excited to continue their services to the community. They take pride in their employees and their hard work and dedication, and most importantly, take pride in the youth of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply is a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, another proud supporter of Lee County athletics.
And welcome back to Lovington Lady Cat Basketball here on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel and HobbsAmerica.com. I'm TJ Miracle. The Lady Cats have been introduced and are out on the floor. Lovington is wearing the road blues with the white letters and numbers, Lady Cats, across the front. For the visiting Artesia Lady Bulldogs, who have like a 13-minute sizzle reel before they even think about introducing the teams, they are in their home white unis with the orange letters and numbers. And, of course, Artesia across the front. Lovington at 13-7 under longtime head coach Chief Bridgeforth, taking on the 5th-ranked 14-5 Artesia Lady Bulldogs under longtime head coach Jeff Hodling. So final instructions are happening at center court as we are ready to go. As your starters again for Lovington tonight will be Aranda, Castro, Barunda, Buendia, and Salcido. It'll be Erlin to take the jump. She will head to the big Bulldog at center court to jump it off against Hattie Harrison, Wagner, Beltran, Whitmire, and Padilla, the starters for Artesia. So we have the thumbs up signal from the officials, and we are ready to go. The district opener is now, and the opening tip, a fight for it. It'll be loose on the near side, and Buendia will control it as Liz will take it off the tip, go hard to the rack. No call as she was bumped and puts up a shot, and Whitmire will come away with it. So Artesia going to bring it back down the other way, just underway. Coming to the near side with Artesia. They will reset it out with Padilla. Going over to the left side with Whitmire. Trying to get it inside to Harrison. Now right corner to Beltran. Beltran for three. That one is off the mark and off of the tip. It'll be Barunda with the rebound for the Lady Cats. Lady Cats on the move as Buendia to the front court. Will toss it into the deep left corner for Aranda. Back to Buendia. Takes it to the left block and gets it taken away from her by Wagner. Back down the other way on the fast break. It'll be Beltran, and she will take it coast to coast and in, and Artesia takes the early 2-0 lead. Less than a minute gone here in the first. It is the district opener as Buendia picks up the dribble, gets it to Barunda. Back to Buendia, working on the other side. One dribble and then uses it up. Into Barunda. She'll drive in hard. Bump, no call once again, and it'll be Padilla who will come away with it for Artesia. 2-0, 1 minute and 5 seconds gone here in the first. Throwing the fastball into Harrison, now getting it into the deep right corner. Beltran for three. That one is in and out, and it'll be Barunda with another rebound, her second. Barunda gets it off to Malaya Castro. Castro to Buendia, sets the screen for her as Liz will take it into the middle and loses the basketball, but they're going to say Artesia touching it last. Now, Lovington has had some opportunities and some looks in the basket, but have yet to get anything to go. Buendia looks to inbound right of her own bucket, gets it into Malay in the deep right corner, getting it back out to Liz as Buendia will direct traffic. Beltran giving her just a little bit of space. Liz takes it to the free throw line and then bounce pass over to Aranda. Aranda to Malaya. WNBA 3 right side. That one is off the mark, and it'll be Wagner with her first rebound of the ball game. Still 2-0. As we click down towards 2 minutes in as Padilla over to Whitmire, back to Padilla, now to Harrison in the deep right corner. Artesia works it around, trying to get it inside to Harrison or Wagner. They'll get it from Harrison to Wagner. She'll put up a shot, no good, and it'll be Buendia with the rebound. Lovington going to try and turn on the Jets here. Castro to the front court, gets it back to Buendia, and a whistle sounds, and it'll be a floor foul. Block going to be called on Jenna Whitmire. That'll be her first personal, first team foul on Artesia. It'll stay Lovington basketball. Malaya to inbound it from just in front of the Artesia bench. Gets it over to Buendia, and they're going to call Beltran for the foul. She bumped into her. That'll be her first personal, second team foul on the Lady Bulldogs. Buendia to inbound left of her own bucket. Directs traffic, tosses it into Salcido in the left elbow. To Barunda, to Buendia, and they're going to call the walk on Liz. That'll be the second turnover for Lovington and give it back to Artesia. 5:45 remaining here in the first quarter, 2-0. Artesia in the lead. Padilla to the front court to Beltran, back to Padilla. And a three-point shot on the way, and that one is up and good from Whitmire. That'll make it 5-0 in favor of Artesia. Left Whitmire open, and she made him pay. To Malaya, throw the fastball in to Barunda. Has a little trouble with it, goes hard to the rack, and can't get the shot to fall, but she's fouled, so that'll put Barunda at the line to shoot two. They are going to call the hack foul on Padilla. Her first personal, third team foul. And so at the line, it'll be Barunda trying to get Lovington on the board. Barunda bends the knees, eyes it, skies it, and gets the first one in. Lovington is on the board with 5:20 to go in the first. 5-1 Artesia in the lead. Barunda got the first, now she'll eye the second. Eyes it, skies it, is up, and Ashland gets them both to fall. So now 5-2 in favor of Artesia. Lovington all of a sudden has started getting some calls. Padilla to Wagner out of the pressure, back to Padilla, throws the fastball in, but throws it away, and that'll be the first turnover for Artesia right in the hands of Salcido. Erlin gives it off to Buendia, who brings it into the front court. She uses up the dribble, will bounce it back to Barunda. Barunda back to Buendia. Harrison picks her up, goes for a 15-footer, and that one is off the mark. And the rebound by Whitmire, that's her second. Leaves it off for Padilla, who will run the point, brings it into the front court for the Lady Bulldogs. Back to Padilla, now into the corner for Whitmire to Harrison in the left block. Losing it in the middle, and they are going to call a foul on Lovington. They had tried to pick the pocket. They're going to call the push foul, the hold rather, on Buendia, her first personal. First team foul on Lovington. It stays Artesia basketball. It's Beltran to inbound. No look on the inbound to Harrison, and she's going to be fouled. Going through a Lovington sandwich, and they will whistle that one on Aranda, her first personal. Second team foul on the Lady Cats. So at the line will be Harrison to shoot two. Harrison at the line puts the first one up, and it is off the mark, no good, and we remain at 5-2 with 4:38 remaining here in the first period. Harrison at the line puts up the second, and that one is good. Harrison gets 1 of 2, makes it a 6-2 ball game. Full court presses on for Artesia. They'll break it, get it to Aubrey. Aranda takes it and gets almost the pocket picked from behind. As good trailing defense coming up from behind by Kaylee Padilla, but it'll stay Lovington basketball. Buendia to inbound it. The high inbound gets it to Barunda. Barunda to the high post, puts one high off the glass, and it'll be Salcido with the rebound. And Erlene, her putback no good, and it'll be Padilla with the rebound, her second. She'll try and break free as Lovington drops back in defense. So Padilla to the front court, comes near side. That is Beltran. Barunda on her to Harrison in the deep right corner. Long cross court pass to Whitmire. Malaya doing a nice job getting over. Then it'll be a three-pointer up by Beltran, and she drains the tray. They lost her for just a minute, and she made them pay for it. 9-2 right at the halfway mark of the first period. Artesia in the lead. To Castro coming to the free throw line with Barunda, and she stepped back and put up a three-point shot. Not going to fall, but Whitmire will have her third rebound. Lovington has all kinds of cold. They have yet to get a field goal here in the first quarter. Though the fastball to Whitmire in front of the Lovington bench, he'll come back to Padilla. Coming near side to Beltran, back to Padilla to Whitmire. Thinks about the three from the left side. Now they'll push it in to Harrison from just in front of the free throw line. That one is going to come up short. The rebound was Whitmire, and she's fouled. So she'll go to the line to shoot two. And they'll call the foul on Ashlyn Barunda, her first personal. That'll be the third team foul on Lovington. And so Whitmire at the line to shoot two. First one is up for Whitmire, and that one is off the mark, no good. So our score remains 9-2. As Aubrey Aranda checks out, Myra Castro will come in. Salcido, Barunda, Castro, and Buendia in the game for the Lady Cats. So Whitmire missing the first. Will I the second, puts it up, and that one is off the mark, and Myra with the rebound. Castro to Castro, Malaya to the front court, pop a shot from the right wing, and bang! Malaya Castro, if she can dial it in, Lovington can get back to this one in a hurry. Wagner uses up the dribble in the backcourt, popping it in. Full court pressure for Lovington, having a little trouble controlling it. Padilla finally takes it to the left base, and then gets run out by Barunda. She'll cycle it back around, coming near side to Beltran in the right wing. Now tossing back over Whitmire, left corner for three. That one is off the mark. Ball loose on the court, and it'll be Malaya with the rebound, her first. Castro leaves it off for Barunda, gives it right back to Castro. To Buendia in the front court. Buendia, she slips on the floor and got a little help there. I think they are going to whistle that one. They're going to call that one on Jenna Whitmire, her second personal. That'll be the fourth team foul on Artesia. 2.5 minutes to go here in the first. 9-5 in favor of Artesia. So it'll be Buendia to inbound it from just left of her own bucket. Tough pressure in as Cardenas checks into the game. Deep left corner for Luisa. Leaves it off for Buendia. Beltran gets on her quickly. Needs some help, though. The fastball into Salcido. Push it back out. Now to the right corner. Yep, for three, and bang! That's Malaya Castro, her second three ball of the ball game. And Lovington back to within one, 9-8 Artesia. Lovington going to pick up the pressure just as they come into the front court. They'll get it to Whitmire. Now to Padilla. Coming near side to Beltran on the right wing. Back out to Padilla, and Artesia will reset. Throwing the high inlet pass in the low post for Wagner and up and in. If you let Lauren Wagner get that open right in that low post, she'll make you pay for it every time. Buendia gets it back off of the inbound. 11-8 the score. As Buendia drives it to the left baseline and up and in for Liz. And all of a sudden, both teams finding a little scoring rhythm as Padilla now controls. And into the front court with Beltran. Throw it back out to Padilla. Padilla looks over to Whitmire into Harrison in the left block. She loses it. Second turnover for Artesia. Cardenas got it. Feeds it forward to a breaking Malaya Castro, and Malaya will put it in off the right glass. Malaya with 8 points, and Lovington has their first lead of the ball game, 12-11. 1:15 remaining. Till Whitmire back to Padilla near center court, and they'll come near side to Beltran. Back to Padilla, and they'll just play catch. Clicking down towards a minute to go to Beltran. Lovington gets to her quickly, trying to throw it inside. Harrison will control it. Back to Whitmire. 3 on the way from the right corner, no good. And it'll be Beltran with the rebound, her first. Throw the high inlet pass, get it into the right baseline to Wagner, and she's fouled. It will be on the floor. So both teams on the next foul will go into the bonus. They're going to call that one. Going to call that one on Salcido, her first personal, 4th team foul on Lovington. And new players coming in as Aubrey Aranda checks back into the ballgame for the Lady Cats. So Castro, Aranda, Buendia, and Barunda for Lovington. Beltran to inbound from right of their own bucket. Directing traffic, gets it in at 4.5 and throws it into the middle. Harrison will save it. Back out to Beltran. Right corner, 3 on the way. That one is off the mark, and Buendia with her second board of the ball game. Liz starts trying to trigger it back the other way. Lovington looking to play downhill. Toss it off to Malaya over to the top of the arc. Now they'll get it to Myra, almost losing the basketball, and she will, but last touch by Beltran in the deep left corner. It'll stay Lovington basketball. Again, I apologize in advance for any shoddy camera work that happens. I am entirely responsible for that tonight. To Buendia, and she'll cycle it back around as she works against Housechild, just checking into the ball game. Hand it off to Malaya in front of the scorer's table, far side of the court. Bounce back near side to Aranda. Aubrey working against Housechild. Now back underneath on the little handoff to Malaya. To Buendia. Liz weaves through traffic, hands it off to Aranda. Aranda picks up the dribble, throwing it into the high post and going hard to the rack, and up and in is Ashlyn Barunda. And Lovington now up 13-11 as the clock expires on the first quarter. We've got a good one here. It's Lovington 14, Artesia 11. Back for the second quarter. Lady Cat basketball continues in a moment.
When it comes to your hard-earned money, selecting the right bank is vital. Hi, I'm David Campbell, president of First American Bank in Lovington. First American Bank in Lovington is part of this community. So bank with trusted partners you know, and trusted partners that are part of this area we call home. First American Bank offers all the advantages big corporate banks do, and we do our banking with hometown support and commitment. Choose First American Bank, 19 West Washington in Lovington. We want to earn your trust, then earn your business.
Lovington Schools proudly supports their athletic teams and wants to encourage all teachers, students, and staff to keep pressing on. Wildcats, you are winners on and off of the court. Lovington Municipal Schools are proud of holding the utmost and highest standards. Go out there and be proud to be part of the Big Blue. For more information on what is happening now at Lovington Schools, log on to lovingtonschools.net and bet you won't be disappointed. Go Big Blue. 3 claps and a woo!
Back here at the Bulldog Pit in Artesia, the Lady Cats leading the Artesia Lady Bulldogs 14-11. 8 points by Malaya Castro pace the Lady Cats. It'll be Artesia basketball as we start this second quarter. As Beltran from the near side, she will pull the trigger on the inbound. Starters back in the game. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Myra Castro staying in the game. Looks like the starters are back in, though, for Coach Hodling. So Beltran to Harrison. Move it into Wagner. They'll get it to Whitmire. Out to Harrison. Throws it in the middle. Third turnover for Artesia. Intercepted by Barunda. Gets it to Buendia. Buendia, a nifty little move and put it up and in for Liz. She's got 4 points in the ball game, and Lovington draws first blood here in the second quarter. Throw the fastball in, and leaping for it is Aranda. Aubrey can't handle it. That one overthrown. And Beltran will inbound it as Artesia will maintain possession. 16-11, a 5-point Lovington lead. 7.5 to go first half. Harrison trying to get it into Wagner. Rejected. Loose on the court and picked up by Barunda. Nice job there by Ashland as Lovington bringing it back the other way. Buendia to Castro. Malaya for three and bang! Third tray of the ball game for Malaya Castro, and it is now 19-11. Lovington stretching it up to an 8-point lead. Harrison gets it across the timeline. They'll throw it into Wagner, and that one going to be picked off. Fifth turnover for Artesia. Lovington trying to turn on the Jets the other way. They'll get it to Buendia in the deep right corner. She'll take it to the baseline, then to Myra. Then out to Aranda for three, left side. That one is in and out, and off the tip. Barunda with the rebound, her third. Get it over to Malaya, WNBA 3, right wing. That one off the back of the iron, but Liz is there with the rebound, drives in, and the ball will go out of bounds. The putback no good, and last touched by Artesia. Lovington has gone on a run here, an absolute tear, and leads by 8 points, 19-11. To Aranda at the free throw line, and Aubrey short arms it, and that'll wind up being a turnover because it's an air ball, doesn't touch anything. They'll give it back to Artesia. 6.5 remaining. Coach Hodling trying to slow things down a little bit to Wagner, who uses up the dribble. Back to Padilla to Wagner, who crosses into the offensive zone. To Harrison at the free throw line. She'll drive it in, loses the ball off of her foot, and goes out of bounds. And wow, they're going to say actually off of Lovington's foot, off of Aranda's foot, so it'll stay Artesia basketball. Salcido checks back in. Harrison will check out. They bring Housechild back in for the Lady Bulldogs. Wagner, Beltran, Padilla, Housechild, and Whitmire on the floor for Artesia. The inbound will come in to Wagner. They'll push it back out. Padilla to Housechild. Left wing for three, and it is good. Abigail Housechild. House Shield, I believe is how that is pronounced. I apologize. 6 minutes to go, 19-14, Lovington in the lead, and Buendia dribbles it off of her foot. Fourth turnover, and they'll feed it to a breaking girl down the court, and Luisa Cardenas coming down the court and trying to save it, and somehow managing to save it was Beltran. An absolute fight in the right corner. Artesia maintains possession to Whitmire for three. That one bounces, is off the mark, and it'll be Aranda with the rebound. That'll be her first. Back down come the Lady Cats. Buendia with it, 19-14, Lovington in the lead, 5.5 remaining in the first half. Liz uses up the dribble, swiped at, and they'll get it to Salcido. Back out to Malaya, to Buendia. She'll drive it inside, trying to get Salcido on the right baseline and out of bounds, touched by Padilla. So it'll stay Lovington basketball. 5-point lead for the Lady Cats. Buendia gets it into Salcido in the right elbow, now to Aranda in the left elbow. Over to Cardenas. Cardenas, the little sidearm sling to Salcido, and her shot a little bit short-armed. Had Wagner in the way, and Wagner gets the rebound. 5 minutes to go. Padilla to the front court. Lovington drops back in his own defense. Come near side to Beltran. Back to midcourt with Padilla. To Whitmire, almost losing the basketball. Corrals it. Malaya on her tight. Back to Padilla. To Beltran is picking her up quickly as Cardenas trying to get it inside, and that'll be turnover number 6 for Artesia. But turning it right back is Lovington as Whitmire picked the pocket of Salcido. 4.5 to go. A 5-point Lovington lead. To Padilla. Cycles right side, then tosses back out to Whitmire. Artesia being very, very deliberate. Padilla controls to Beltran. Beltran trying the high inlet pass, and a whistle sounds. Will be a floor foul. Trying to get it in on Wagner. They're going to call that one on Buendia. That'll be her first personal, and it'll be the first team foul on Lovington here in the second quarter. 4:22 to go in the second. Lovington in the lead as Barunda comes in for Aranda. Cardenas, Aranda, or rather Cardenas, Barunda, Salcido, Buendia, and Castro. That's Malay on the floor for the Lady Cats. Now Artesia to inbound it from left of the bucket. Beltran will push it into Whitmire. Now throw it to the free throw line. Back to Beltran, and she will travel. That'll be the 7th turnover for Artesia. Give it back to the Lady Cats. 4:19 remaining here in this first half. 19-14. Lovington in the lead, and the Lady Cats will take the timeout. It'll be a full timeout. 4:19 remaining here in the first half. Lovington 19, Artesia 14. We're back in 60 seconds on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel and HobbsAmerica.com.
Western States Insurance.
Why choose Western States Insurance as your independent insurance agent? Because Western States Insurance is more than an insurance agency. They're a people agency dedicated to the insurance needs of their customers. Western States Insurance is large enough to provide the products you demand and small enough to offer you personal service.
We've got you covered. Western States Insurance.
Call 396-1318 or go by 212 North Love in Lovington.
Devon Energy is proud to support the athletic programs of Lovington High School this season. By partnering with local schools in Lovington, Devon is making an investment in the long-term future of the community. Sports teach discipline, teamwork, and leadership. Skills our youth will use to succeed for a lifetime. From the Devon team to yours, Devon Energy wishes you good luck this season, both on the field and in the classroom. Go Wildcats!
Out of the Lovington timeout, back here in Artesia. Coach Chief Bridgeforth trying to get the offense back settled in, as it'll be Lovington basketball out of the timeout, as Buendia will inbound it. Lovington leads by 5, 19-14 against the number 5 team in the state. Artesia going to trap pressure, and they'll get it to Salcido, who loses the basketball. 6 turnover for Lovington. Padilla will control it and bring it back down as Artesia will reset. Beltran to Padilla to Whitmire in front of the Lovington bench. Castro gets to her quickly. Back to Padilla near side to Beltran, who is dangerous from beyond the arc. A bad pass. Whitmire will get it out of the pressure from Buendia and a rollback. Lovington wanting the travel, not going to get it. And, yep, that'll be a travel as Padilla hopped and stepped and jumped and forgot to throw the basketball. So back over to Lovington. That'll be the 8th turnover for Artesia, but Whitmire will steal it away on the inbound and forces the turnover, and she will lay it up and in and get Artesia back to within 2, or make that 3. Salcido to Barunda, almost out of the reach of Ashland to the top of the arc. Buendia for 3. That one off the mark, and Wagner with another rebound, her 3rd. As she'll fight for it, and they're going to get the reach foul on Barunda, I believe. Let's see for sure. Yep, they're going to call Barunda for the reach foul. 2nd personal on Ashland. Just the 2nd team foul on Lovington. Artesia has yet to pick up a foul here in the 2nd quarter. 3:28 to go in this quarter. So Wagner will inbound it. Gets it to Padilla. Gives it back to Wagner. Pushes back to Padilla. Lovington, a little bit of backcourt pressure. Padilla keeps it herself. Goes around a couple of Lady Cats. Gets it into the front court. He works it back near center court. Buendia on her tight to Beltran. The high inlet pass to Wagner. As Salcida gets to her quickly, and wow. Looked like Wagner called that one. They're going to get Salcido for her 2nd personal, 2nd team foul on the Lady Cats. And so Wagner will head to the line for 2. 19-16, Lovington in the lead. 3:09 to go first half. Wagner at the line. Puts up the first, and it is good. Now back to within 2 points come the Lady Bulldogs. Salcido, Barunda, Myra Castro, Liz Buendia, and Malaya Castro on the floor for the Lady Cats, who have gone into a bit of a scoring drought here. 2nd on the way for Wagner, and Wagner gets them both. And now Artesia back to within a point. Lovington led by as much as 8. Full court pressure is on. Barunda almost losing it off of her foot. Tip from behind, but Malaya playing trailer gets to it. Malaya tosses to Myra, to Liz. Buendia, little shake and bake from the left elbow. 15-footer is up and good. Liz Buendia with 6. Breaks the scoring drought of about 3.5 minutes for the Lady Cats. To Wagner near side, back to Padilla off the inbound. To the front court to Wagner. 2:42 to go. Wagner to Harrison. Harrison takes it to the left block, puts up a shot, no good. Wagner over everybody. How is that not over the back? And her putback is up and good. Well, now it's 21-20, Lovington in the lead, 2.5 remaining. Full court pressure is on to Myra, to Malaya, long cross court pass, bad one, and it is stolen away. 8 turnover for Lovington, get it over to Whitmire, and she will put it up and in. And now Artesia back in the lead, 22-21. Lovington having trouble with the pressure, off of the tip to Barunda, bumped in the back, no call. Barunda to Malaya, to Buendia, Liz will take it, and she'll be fouled by Beltran. That'll be her second personal. That is just the first team foul for Artesia with 2:06 to go here in the second quarter. Lovington basketball as it'll be Myra to inbound it near side. Needs to get somebody free, and Buendia will right at the 5 count. Buendia takes it hard to the rack. Her shot up, no good, but she's fouled. So that'll put Liz at the line to shoot 2. They are going to call that one on Kaylee Padilla. That'll be her second personal. Second team foul on Artesia. And Buendia at the line to shoot 2. 22-21, Artesia in the lead. Buendia eyes it, skies it, and rattles it home, and we are tied again at 22 apiece. Back and forth affair to Open District here at the Bulldog Pit. So Buendia gets the first. Eyes the second, puts it up, and that one is off the mark. But Salcedo outfights everybody, gets the rebound. Lovington will reset. Under 2 to go. WNBA 3 from Malaya, and that one is too hard. And Wagner goes over the back on Barunda, but no call. And Wagner, they're going to say Barunda touched it last. The Lovington faithful not happy about it. The Artesia faithful very happy about it. So all tied at 22 apiece. These two teams going at it back and forth, back and forth. Pressure in the backcourt for Lovington. He'll get it to Padilla. Almost travels as she'll come into the front court, weaves through traffic, goes into the high post, puts up a shot, and she travels before she can get the shot off. 9th turnover for Artesia. Give it back to Lovington. This is Lovington Lady Cat basketball here on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel, HobbsAmerica.com, and the Z94 KZOR Facebook page. Buendia to the front court with 90 seconds remaining in the first. Bounce it to Myra. Long cross-court pass to Malaya, right side. Now back out to Buendia. Clock continues to move. To Aranda at the free throw line. Push it to Myra. Myra back to Aranda. Back out to Malaya. Inside Buendia from the right block. Shot up, and nope. They're going to say the walk happened before the shot. Missed it anyways. A 9th turnover for Lovington. 1:14 remaining. All knotted at 22 here in the first half. Padilla to Wagner. Lovington with some backcourt pressure. Wagner throws the fastball and knocked away by Aranda. Good hustle by Aubrey to get there and knocks it into the hands of Chief Bridgeforth. It'll stay Artesia basketball right to the left. You like that? Right to the left of the Lovington bench. So Whitmire to inbound, gets it into Padilla. Lovington will drop in defense this time. 1 minute remaining first half. To Beltran, to Padilla, back to Beltran, near side. Throw it to Padilla, they'll get it to Whitmire in the left corner. On cross-court pass to Beltran. She'll take it to the free throw line, almost loses it. Gets it back to Padilla. She'll drive in, and they will call the block foul on Lovington before Padilla traveled. They'll call that one on Myra Castro. That'll be her first personal. 4th team foul on Lovington. It is a floor foul, so Beltran to inbound it. Right of her own bucket is Whitmire coming back. Padilla off of the inbound, gets it, hands it off to Beltran. Beltran back to Padilla, who directs traffic, uses up the dribble to Whitmire. Looks for somebody to get free. Lovington trying to keep Wagner out of the paint. To Padilla, works against Buendia. Push off. Now over to Whitmire. Lovington picks her up quickly. Whitmire picks it up, tossing it around. Beltran for 3. That one is off the mark, and Wagner has another rebound, her 5th, and her putback is up and good. Wagner will kill you with that, and she has all night. 24-22, 10 seconds to go here in the first. Bounce it, bad pass, turnover for Lovington, their 10th. They'll get it to Whitmire, and a shot up, no good, and they will call the block foul on Buendia. Her 3rd personal as the Barks start behind me. So Artesia will send Whitmire to the line to shoot 2. Artesia leading 24-22. The Artesia at 1 point down by 8 have stormed back. Lovington at 1 point down by 9 stormed back. Wild swings in this one. Whitmire puts up the first, and she clanks that one. 24-22, Artesia in the lead. So Whitmire misses the first, will eye the second. Trying to make it a three-point Artesia lead. Shot is up. That one is going to be off of the mark, but the rebound made by Beltran, and at the buzzer, no shot. So we have played a half from here at the Bulldog Pit in Artesia. It's Artesia 24, Lovington 22. We'll be back with your Lovington Auto Supply Napa Know-How halftime show right after this. Wildcat and Lady Cat basketball continues in a moment.
Attention shoppers. Bob's Thriftway welcomes you to Lovington, New Mexico. This week you'll save big on grocery items throughout their store. Save big on produce, household items, bread products, and meats. Every week, Bob's Thriftway has big savings for their customers. Bob's Thriftway is your local hometown grocery store. So for the freshest produce, the best meats, shop Bob's Thriftway, 906 West Avenue D in Lovington.
Introducing a smarter, easier way to manage your Lee County Electric account. It is called Smart Hub. Now you can pay your bill anywhere, anytime, with 24-hour access to your account. It is free and simple to use. Just search for the Smart Hub app on your cell phone or device and download the free app, or go to our website at lcecnet.com and look for the Smart Hub logo to view your account or pay your bill online. Managing your Lee County Electric account conveniently and securely with Smart Hub. Lee County Electric, owned by those we serve.
It's no secret, at some point you'll have a question or need to replace or fix something on your vehicle. Whether your vehicle is new or ancient, Lovington Auto Supply is your trusted advisor when you need dependable auto parts. Not only do they have the parts you need, they have real answers to your real automotive questions, and that help keeps your vehicle running longer and stronger. Quality parts, helpful people. Lovington Auto Supply, 217 West Avenue D in Lovington. Napa, get up and go.
And welcome to your Lovington Auto Supply Napa Know-How halftime show from Lovington Auto Supply, 217 West Avenue D in Lovington. When you need the Napa Know-How for your car, and trust me on this one, you will, get it from the good folks at Lovington Auto Supply. Lovington Auto Supply and Napa. Get up and go. A back and forth affair from here at the Bulldog Pit District Opener tonight. The Artesia Lady Bulldogs stormed back from 8 down at one point to take the 24-22 lead here at the half. So how did we get here? Well, a lot of it with the rebounding of Lauren Wagner. She leads the Lady Bulldogs in scoring. She has 8 points to go along with 5 rebounds. 7 points for Jenna Whitmire. She also hurt the Lady Cats on the board. She had 4 in that first half. 5 points, Kimber Beltran. 3 points for Abigail Houseshield, and Hattie Harrison with 1 point. Artesia in that first half went 3 of 8 from the free throw line. 13 rebounds cumulatively as a team. The aforementioned Wagner and Whitmire with 5 and 4 respectively. So 9 turnovers for Artesia in that first half. They get 11 points in the first and 7 points in the second to get to their 24. Turning the page for your Lovington Lady Cats. Leading scorer right now is Malaya Castro. Malaya leads the charge with 11. 7 points in the books for Liz Buendia and 4 points for Ashlyn Barunda. Ashlyn and Buendia each with 3 rebounds in that first half. Lovington 11 collective rebounds in that first half as a team. They go 75% from the line, 3 of 4 from the free throw line. 10 turnovers, and a lot of them coming in that second quarter, and that gave Artesia extra chances on the offensive end. Lovington had a little trouble with the pressure. We'll talk about that and the keys to the second half. 14 points in the second, or in the first, but then went cold in the second. Only 8 points in that second quarter. So Lovington with a little work to do, but only trailing by 2, 24-22. Your Napa Know-How keys to the second half. You're the Lovington Lady Cats continue to play downhill. They put on the pressure, and Artesia had a little trouble with it. They forced turnovers a lot of times, trying to force it inside to Lauren Wagner. That's really the play Coach Jeff Hodling is going to take for the most part. Yeah, he's going to look for Beltran, and he's going to look for Whitmire on the outside, but really they just want to pound you inside with Wagner, and she got a lot of looks, and especially if she gets an offensive rebound, and she got, I think, 3 of her 5 were, she'll put it right back there like you are not even there, and she did that. So Lovington has got to find a way to keep Wagner out. Then on offense, they can't let the Artesia pressure bother them. They are a team that can throw the pressure down. They know how to break it. They just need to take a deep breath, settle down, and do what they know that they can do. And everything will come out just fine. You wouldn't expect anything other than a great matchup between these two teams, and that is exactly what we have seen thus far. 24-22 in favor of the Artesia Lady Bulldogs here at halftime. Don't forget, coming up after this game, about 15-20 minutes after the conclusion of this one, it'll be the district opener for the Lovington boys. The Wildcats and the Bulldogs will go at it from right here at the Bulldog Pit. We will continue our coverage, of course, with that immediately following the conclusion of this one. Looking forward to that one. The boys out on the floor shooting around and warming up right now, as are the Artesia Bulldog boys. They'll be heading back into the locker rooms here in just a few minutes. I'm TJ Miracle. Thanks for being with me tonight. Dawn Morgan on assignment with the Hobbs Lady Eagles. They're going to be tipping it off in Portales here, or rather in Clovis, here in just about 50 minutes or so on the Lee County News and Sports YouTube channel, and also on Eagle 100.5. Hobbs boys at home at Tasker Arena tonight, 7 o'clock. Hobbs Sports YouTube channel. And on Cool 95.7, Eunice in action tonight as they take on Loving from Joe Langston Gym. Girls playing right now, Eunice Sports YouTube channel. And Tatum also in action tonight, the Tatum girls and the Hagerman Lady Bobcats in action. So we got basketball going on all over the place tonight. Jowl with a non-district matchup in Melrose tonight. We wish them the best of luck. Of course, we had the Lady Panthers last night at home against New Mexico Military. So as the teams finish up their warm-ups and the girls get ready to come back out to start the second half, we will wrap up your Lovington Auto Supply Napa Know-How halftime show from the good folks at Lovington Auto Supply, 217 West Avenue D in Lovington. When you need the Napa Know-How for your car, and trust me on this one, you're going to get it from the good folks at Lovington Auto Supply. Proud supporters of Lovington Lady Cat and Wildcat Athletics. Lovington Auto Supply and Napa. Get up and go. We'll start the second half right after this as Lady Cat basketball continues in a moment on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel and HobbsAmerica.com.
Stone Oilfield Services says many traffic fatalities may be caused by an intoxicated driver. So do yourself and your community a favor and remember the 3 C's of safety: caution, courtesy, and above all, common sense. Safe and sober driving is everyone's responsibility. That message was from Stone Oilfield Services in Lovington, a name you can trust and depend on. For quality and integrity, call 575-396-1840. From the Stone family and staff at Stone Oilfield Services.
Eunice Pump and Supply has been around for over 30 years and is excited to continue their services to the community. They take pride in their employees and their hard work and dedication, and most importantly, take pride in the youth of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply is a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, another proud supporter of Lee County athletics.
When it comes to your hard-earned money, selecting the right bank is vital. Hi, I'm David Campbell, president of First American Bank in Lovington. First American Bank in Lovington is part of this community. So bank with trusted partners you know, and trusted partners that are part of this area we call home. First American Bank offers all the advantages big corporate banks do, and we do our banking with hometown support and commitment. Choose First American Bank, 19 West Washington in Lovington. We want to earn your trust, then earn your business.
Lovington Schools proudly supports their athletic teams and wants to encourage all teachers, students, and staff to keep pressing on. Wildcats, you are winners on and off of the court. Lovington Municipal Schools are proud of holding the utmost and highest standards. Go out there and be proud to be part of the Big Blue. For more information on what is happening now at Lovington Schools, log on to lovingtonschools.net and bet you won't be disappointed. Go Big Blue. 3 claps and a woo!
Western States Insurance.
Why choose Western States Insurance as your independent insurance agent? Because Western States Insurance is more than an insurance agency. They're a people agency dedicated to the insurance needs of their customers. Western States Insurance is large enough to provide the products you demand,
and small enough to offer you personal service.
We've got you covered. Western States Insurance.
Call 396-1318 or go by 212 North Love in Lovington.
And welcome back to Lovington Lady Cat Basketball here on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel and HobbsAmerica.com. I'm TJ Miracle. Don Morgan on assignment tonight. Tiff Stuber back at One Radio Square, keeping an eye and an ear on everything that is the three-ring circus back at the station. And thank you for being with us tonight from Artesia, wherever you happen to be around the world, here on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel and HobbsAmerica.com. Of course, please subscribe. Once we get to that 2,000 subscriber mark, I'll pull another $100 out of my pocket to say thank you for subscribing to one lucky subscriber. Not coming from our sponsors, and we appreciate them. Do support those businesses that support our kids. Not coming from the stations either. It's just my way of saying thank you. So we are underway in the second half as Aranda will get it in, and it'll be Lovington basketball to Buendia as they put a zone on her. She'll take it to the left block, get it out to Malaya. Left wing for three. That one off the mark, and it'll be Harrison with the rebound. Surprisingly, her first. 24-22 Artesia in the lead. Starters on the floor for both squads. Padilla to Beltran, back to Padilla to Beltran. WNBA 3 right side. That one is off the mark, comes through everywhere and gets her own rebound, her third. Reset with Padilla. Now to Beltran, back to Padilla. Push it over to Whitmire in the left corner. She'll throw a long cross-court pass to Harrison to Beltran. Throw it into Wagner. That one tipped and into the hand of Barunda, and Ashland comes away with it under pressure from Padilla. So Lovington forces the turnover to Buendia. She'll go underneath, try and get it into Barunda, and they will call the foul. Ashland just kind of shakes her head as they will put that one up on Padilla. That'll be her third personal. It'll be the first team foul. Lovington wanted the shot. I'm not sure I disagree with them. And so they'll get it to Buendia. To Castro. Back to Buendia. Beltran stays on her tight. Takes it to the left baseline. Drives in, and they call the foul on Beltran. That'll be her third personal. Second team foul on Artesia. They'll give it back to the Lady Cats. Buendia to inbound. Gets it to Barunda. Hands it back off. As they work it, Buendia. Beltran comes out on her. Lovington being a little bit deliberate. To Malayan. She is blocked out, but ball trying to be saved and right into the hands of Artesia. And Beltran coming back the other way as Wagner blocked it and then pushing it back up and in. It'll be Beltran. That'll be her 7th point of the ball game, and that will put Artesia with first blood here in the third. Cats and the Dogs battling it out. To Barunda, the little push shot, and gets the roll. Ashland now with 6 points and breaks a long scoreless streak for Lovington. 6:20 to go in the third. Wagner throws it, almost a backcourt, to Harrison to Beltran. Back to Harrison on the right baseline and up and in. Hattie Harrison in the books as they lost her, and she went back door and got him. 28-24, 4-point Artesia lead. Bounce it to Barunda, now into the deep right corner for Aranda. Push it into Salcido, and she'll go in, goes over Wagner, but Wagner with the rebound. That'll be her 6th. You're going to make that shot. You got to make it fall. Wagner tough inside. And Lovington pretty tough, too. So they'll push it in, trying the high inlet pass to Wagner, and stolen away by Salcido. That'll be 11th turnover for Artesia. Each team with 11. Give it to Buendia. Liz to the front court. 5.5 remaining in the third. Buendia for 3, left wing. That one is off the mark, and it'll be Padilla with the rebound. That'll be her third. Padilla cycles out and weaves her way through, and Lovington will drop back in deep. Padilla to Beltran. Into the deep right corner for Harrison. She'll put a three-pointer up, and that one no good. Beltran with the rebound, her 4th. Out to Padilla, top of the arc, and an air ball and out of bounds. So give it over to Lovington. 5:09 remaining as Myra Castro and Carly Greben check into the ball game. Beltran out, and Carmen Harvey coming in for the Lady Bulldogs. The first time we've seen Greben for us and Harvey for them. 5 minutes remaining here in the third. A 4-point Artesia lead, 28-24. Buendia to the front court, uses up the dribble, bounce it to Myra. They try and trap her up to Greben at the free throw line. Carly off the glass, and good. Carly Greben, her first points of the district season. Lovington back to within 2 to Whitmire. Uses up the dribble. Now they'll toss it over to Harvey. Throw the fastball to Harrison. Right corner back out to Harvey. Artesia will reset with 4.5 to go to Wagner working the left corner. To Padilla to Harvey. Far side of the court. Back out to Whitmire. She'll take it right baseline. Trying to get it into Wagner. They will in the low post. Her shot up, no good. Gets her own rebound. And are they going to call over the back on her? I think they finally are going to get her one. Yes, they are. Her first personal, third team foul on Artesia. So give it back to Lovington on the push and over the back. So Lovington with a chance to tie it on this possession or take the lead. Buendia to the front court. She takes it over left side. Give it to Malaya. Her little push shot from 10, no good. And it'll be Whitmire with her 5th rebound of the ball game. Leaves it off for Padilla as we hit the halfway mark. Whitmire back to Padilla. They'll just play catch. Into the deep left corner with Harrison. Greben gets to her quickly. Push it. Get to the free throw line to Wagner, and she'll drive in, and her shot up, no good, but she'll head to the line for 2. And they will call the hack foul, the hold rather, on Salcido. It'll be her 3rd personal. First team foul on Lovington, and they say that one's on the floor. All right, well, we had one a minute ago, so I guess we even it up. Harvey to inbound it from the left baseline. Gets it into Wagner, tipped away and into the hands of Greben. 13th turnover for Artesia, but Harvey comes over and takes it right back. So the teams trade turnovers. 3:42 remaining in the third to Whitmire in front of the Artesia bench. Long cross-court pass to Harvey. Left wing for 3, and it will stick between the bucket and the backboard. So that should make it Lovington basketball, I would think, as we wait for a practice ball to come in to knock that one free. That one's wedged in there pretty good. Malaya gives it to Liz, who will then bounce it up and out. So the game ball is free. And, well, they're going to call tie ball, and possession arrow goes for Artesia. So Artesia gets a break in, will maintain possession. Harvey to inbound it, left of her own bucket. 4.5, 4 3/4, gets it in right before 5 to Wagner, who goes to the low post and bounces it up and in. No charge, no block called. Wagner with 10 leads things for the Lady Bulldogs. 3:24 to go in the third. 30-26, Artesia in the lead. Buendia gets it inside to Greben. How is that not a foul when it was on Wagner a minute ago? And Harvey will take it away. It'll be the 13th turnover for Lovington. Padilla into the deep right corner to Whitmire for 3, and that one is off the mark. And Malaya with the rebound. She'll give it to a breaking Buendia, but good hustle for Artesia. To Aranda, that one is off the mark, and Greben has a rebound. That'll be her first one, and then up and in for the Lady Cats. As that one going to be scored by Myra Castro, her first bucket of the ball game. To Harrison to Whitmire. Push it out to Harvey. Now back near side to Padilla. Almost loses it. Buendia tries to pick the pocket, and Liz will. Liz works it underneath to Malaya. Misses the shot, puts it up, and then is fouled over the back. Thought she got fouled on the shot. They're going to say no, but they will call the push foul on Padilla. Her 4th personal, 4th team foul on Artesia. And they will decide that, yes, that is. Well, we've got one official saying shooting foul. We've got another one saying floor. So they're going to say, they talk about it and say it's a floor foul, but Lovington will be in the bonus. Inbound comes to Greben. She'll get it to Barunda. Inside to Malaya. Underneath to the left baseline to Greben. She'll be forced out, though, by Whitmire. Back out to Liz as Buendia works against Harvey. 2:17 remaining here in the third quarter. Get around to Malaya, back out to Buendia. Harvey stays with her. Taking it over left side, give it over to Malaya. Malaya to Myra, almost losing it. Push it back out to Malaya with Harvey on her tight. House Shield back in the ball game to Greben, pushes it over. Myra saves it. Myra to Buendia inside. Now over to Greben. 10-footer from the left baseline, no good. And Harrison with the rebound, her second. Beltran back in the ball game. 30-28. Lovington has had their opportunities, but have come up empty so far. 3 on the way, and a long 3 for Kimber Beltran. That's her second tray of the ball game. 33-28 as back down come the Lady Cats, now trailing by 5. Get it over to Malaya. Malaya tries to get it underneath to Greben and goes out. and should have last been touched by Artesia. Looked like that from here. So Aranda and Cardenas coming in for Greben and Malaya. Lovington basketball. Buendia to inbound it, left of her own bucket, pushes it into Aubrey. Aranda takes it in, and she'll get fouled. She'll go to the line for two. Going to whistle that one on Harrison. That'll be her first personal. But that will put Lovington in the bonus for the last 1:14 of this third quarter. Oh, a chance to chip into the lead for Aubrey Aranda from the line. Well, Aubrey at the line, shooting two. First one is up for Aubrey, and it is good. 33-29, Lovington back to within four as Wagner will check in for House Shield. Aranda at the line, made the first. Important when you get chances from the stripe to cash in on them. Second one is up, and Aubrey gets them both. And now Lovington back to within a possession, 33-30, 1:15 remaining. To Harvey, who almost traveled there, and a whistle sounds, and a timeout going to be taken by Coach Hodling. It will be a 30, so we'll just keep it right here and say a big thank you to all the good folks who make Lovington Lady Cat basketball possible, including Western States Insurance. Go see Connie and her crew. Home, auto, life, commercial, residential, personal. Connie's got it all for you. The good folks at Bob's Thriftway, your local hometown grocery store right there in Lovington. Jameson family, longtime supporters of your Cats and Lady Cats. Also Devon Energy, Lee County Electric Cooperative, Lovington Auto Supply in Napa, Stone Oilfield Services, Eunice Pump and Supply, First American Bank, welcome them aboard. My former broadcast partner, David Campbell. Good folks at First American Bank, and of course the Lovington Schools. Miss Quinones and the entire staff at the Lovington Schools. Artesia basketball out of the timeout. Wagner with it. 1:03 remaining. Third quarter, a three-point Artesia lead. To Harvey to Beltran. Beltran not afraid to try him from deep, and Harvey will put one up, and ball goes out of bounds and should have been touched last. Yep, they're going to say by Whitmire. So Lovington basketball with 52 seconds to go and a three-point Artesia lead. Buendia to Myra, back to Buendia. Castro, Cardenas, Buendia, Barunda, and Aranda on the floor for Lovington. Into the front court, get it to Aubrey. She'll toss it, try and get it inside, and somehow Barunda will get it, but misses the point blank shot over the rim, and Wagner with another rebound. That's her seventh. To Beltran. Missed too many of those inside right there bunny jumpers, and the pass, I thought Myra touched it, but out of her reach. 15th turnover for Artesia, so Lovington will get it back. Pressure in the backcourt. Whitmire on Buendia. 24 seconds to go in the third. Liz directs traffic. Backs it up near the timeline. Whitmire coming over, and now they'll hand it off to Cardenas. Luisa hands it off to Myra Castro. Back to Liz with 8 seconds to go. Drives in, splits through traffic, no call, but gets the bucket. Liz with 9 points in the ball game, and we are back to within one, and at the buzzer, shot up, no good. So we head to the fourth. Still a good one here in Artesia. It's Artesia 33, Lovington 32. Fourth quarter on the way. Don't miss it here on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel and HobbsAmerica.com.
Attention shoppers. Bob's Thriftway welcomes you to Lovington, New Mexico. This week you'll save big on grocery items throughout their store. Save big on produce, household items, bread products, and meats. Every week, Bob's Thriftway has big savings for their customers. Bob's Thriftway is your local hometown grocery store. So for the freshest produce, the best meats, shop Bob's Thriftway, 906 West Avenue D in Lovington.
Devon Energy is proud to support the athletic programs of Lovington High School this season. By partnering with local schools in Lovington, Devon is making an investment in the long-term future of the community. Sports teach discipline, teamwork, and leadership. Skills our youth will use to succeed for a lifetime. From the Devon team to yours, Devon Energy wishes you good luck this season, both on the field and in the classroom. Go Wildcats!
Back here in Artesia at the Bulldog Pit, we've got a good one going to open the girls' district slate. 33-32, Artesia with a 1-point lead.
Going into this one, Lovington winning the third quarter 10-9, but they still trail by a point. It'll be Lady Cat basketball to start this third, and a three-pointer for Buendia, and bang! Liz Buendia drains the tray. She's got 12, and Lovington will take the 35-33 lead. Artesia to the front court. The back and forth continues. Beltran controls to Padilla on the near side. Give it off to Wagner. Now they'll toss it back out to Beltran and reset to Harrison, throwing it underneath to Wagner, and she got it and put it up and in. 12 points for Wagner, and we are tied at 35. Buendia to the front court. Anybody's ball game. Little crossover move, using up the dribble. Barunda for three, top of the arc. That one off the mark. Ball loose on the court and off of the tip into the hands of Beltran. Her fifth rebound. Lovington is having trouble with Artesia's size and physicality, but we're still tied at 35. 1 minute gone here in the fourth. To Beltran, to Harrison. Toss it inside to Whitmire on the right base. Her turnaround over Salcido is up and good. Whitmire with 9 and gives Artesia back the lead, 37-35. 6:45 remaining in regulation. Buendia takes it all the way through. Shot up, no good. She'll head to the line for two. Padilla can't believe she didn't get the charge. Looked like her feet were shuffling from where I sit. And that ought to do it if I'm right for Padilla. It will. That'll be her fifth personal, and so she will foul out of the game. No points, 3 rebounds. And it also gets one of their better defenders out of the game, and it puts Buendia at the line for 2. Liz with 12 points leads it for Lovington. First one up for Buendia is good. 37-36, 6:47 remaining in this one. Buendia will eye it, sky it, and gets them both to fall, and knocks this one back up at 37 apiece. 6:40 to go in regulation. To Wagner as they cross the timeline from Beltran. She'll run the point now. Long pass to Whitmire. Left corner, left alone for 3. That one is off the mark, and they are going to call Harrison over the back. Her second personal, second team foul on Artesia. They'll give it to Lovington. Malaya, Buendia, Aranda, Barunda, and Salcido on the floor for the Lady Cats. Buendia gets it right back off of the inbound. Gets a screen, and then she'll take it hard to the rack. That one rolls in and out, and Wagner has her 8th board of the ball game. Giving it to Beltran as Artesia going to try and run. Lovington gets back to Whitmire. Back to Beltran, top of the arc. Buendia gets to her quickly. 6:05 remaining to Harrison in front of the Artesia bench. Now they get it to House Shield from the right corner. 3 on the way, no good. Whitmire there with the rebound, and her turnaround is good, and count the bucket and the foul. An offensive rebound turns into more opportunities for points for Artesia, 39-37. They're going to call that one on Buendia, her 4th personal, just the first team foul on Lovington. But Whitmire at the line for the and one. Chance for 3 the old-fashioned way. She'll put it up, and that is her first made free throw of the ball game. Makes it 40-37. And a timeout going to be taken by Coach Jeff Hodling. 5:57 remaining in the ball game. Lovington trails Artesia 40-37, but a back and forth affair. We're back in just a minute here on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel and HobbsAmerica.com.
Introducing a smarter, easier way to manage your Lee County Electric account. It is called Smart Hub. Now you can pay your bill anywhere, anytime, with 24-hour access to your account. It is free and simple to use. Just search for the Smart Hub app on your cell phone or device and download the free app, or go to our website at lcecnet.com and look for the Smart Hub logo to view your account or pay your bill online. Managing your Lee County Electric account conveniently and securely with Smart Hub. Lee County Electric, owned by those we serve.
It's no secret, at some point you'll have a question or need to replace or fix something on your vehicle. Whether your vehicle is new or ancient, Lovington Auto Supply is your trusted advisor when you need dependable auto parts. Not only do they have the parts you need, they have real answers to your real automotive questions, and that help keeps your vehicle running longer and stronger. Quality parts, helpful people. Lovington Auto Supply, 217 West Avenue D in Lovington. Napa, get up and go.
Out of the Artesia timeout, it will be Lovington basketball. The Lady Cats trail by 3, in this district opener, 40-37. I'm TJ Miracle. Artesia switching over to the full court pressure. They'll get it to Malaya over Harrison. Castro into the front court, tosses it to Barunda. Ashland takes it in, has it stripped out, no call. That'll be a turnover for Lovington, their 14th. So another turnover for Lovington. Beltran pushes it to Harrison in the front court, takes it in front of the Artesia bench. Bounce it to House Shield, right corner. Now she'll put it in to Wagner, and Wagner's just wearing us out down low. She's got 14 points in the ball game, and Artesia stretches it up to a 5-point lead. Buendia to the front court. Get it in to Aranda, works against House Shield, now to Barunda. She'll take it in and swatted away by Lauren Wagner. And timeout going to be taken by Coach Chief Bridgeforth now. They got to figure out what to do with Wagner inside. 5:20 remaining in the ball game. Lovington trailing Artesia 42-37. Back in a minute. Lady Cat basketball continues in a moment.
Stone Oilfield Services says many traffic fatalities may be caused by an intoxicated driver. So do yourself and your community a favor and remember the 3 C's of safety: caution, courtesy, and above all, common sense. Safe and sober driving is everyone's responsibility. That message was from Stone Oilfield Services in Lovington, a name you can trust and depend on. For quality and integrity, call 575-396-1840. From the Stone family and staff at Stone Oilfield Services.
Eunice Pump and Supply has been around for over 30 years and is excited to continue their services to the community. They take pride in their employees and their hard work and dedication, and most importantly, take pride in the youth of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply is a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, another proud supporter of Lee County athletics.
Out of the Lovington Lady Cat timeout, Lovington basketball in their own offensive end. Buendia to inbound it, gets it into Barunda. Gives it right back to Buendia. She'll pull the trigger on a three-point shot and bang! Liz has her second tray of the ball game, and Lovington back to within 2, 42-40. That was a good way to do the timeout. Wagner tosses it into House Shield. She'll put up a 15-footer. That one is off the mark, but Harrison is there with the rebound. Her putback no good, and it'll be Aranda with the rebound as they pressure Aubrey real tough. She gets it free, gets it out to Buendia, to Malaya for 3. That one is off the mark, and Harrison will have her 4th rebound. Lovington tries to trap her up. Still plenty of time, but business picking up here at the Bulldog Pit. This has been an exciting one. Toss it in to Wagner. Back out to Beltran. WNBA 3, top of the arc, no good. And it'll be Malaya with the rebound. That'll be her second. Bounce it over to Buendia, and it'll go out of bounds and just not able to corral it. And turnover number 15. Each team with 15 turnovers in the ball game. Barunda and Aranda check out. Myra Castro and Carly Greben checking in for the Lady Cats. You've got to think Coach Jeff Hodling's plan is pretty much just to work Wagner inside. Got to use Greben and Salcido to keep her out of there, and a timeout going to be taken by Coach Jeff Hodling. And it will be a 30, so we'll take a moment, say a big thank you to all of our great sponsors, including Bob's Thriftway, Devon Energy, Lee County Electric Cooperative, Lovington Auto Supply, Stone Oilfield Services, Eunice Pump and Supply, First American Bank of Lovington, the Lovington Schools, and also, of course, our friends over at Western States Insurance. I'm TJ Miracle. Great to have you with us. And as those sponsors, you're seeing them there on the bottom of your screen. You're hearing their advertisements. Be sure you support those local businesses who support Lovington Wildcat and Lady Cat Athletics. Of course, don't forget, coming up about 15 minutes after the conclusion of this one, we'll be right here for the boys district opener. It's going to have to go a ways to get as good as this one has been thus far. So Artesia basketball is Thacker checking in for the first time. Gives it to Beltran, and she gets her pocket picked. Is taken it away from her is Buendia. Buendia off the steal, coast to coast, misses it. But Malaya is there, and count the bucket and the foul! Yes, ma'am! Malaya playing trailer gets her 5th rebound and her 13th point, and she ties it up and goes to the line. Foul called on Beltran, her 4th personal, 3rd team foul on Artesia. Wait a minute. They waved off the shot? Are you kidding me? All right, Lovington basketball, and who else but Wagner with the rebound, her 9th. This game should be tied at 42 and potentially 43. I have to wipe a bucket off of that one. Looked like she was fouled after the shot was up. Whitmire from the left corner. Of course, it's a three-pointer. Whitmire now with 15 points, and Artesia stretches it back out to a 5-point lead. If you're Lovington, you can't let what just happened bother you. You got to go with that one. Going to be tipped by Harrison. Handed off to Malay into the deep right corner for Myra, three-pointer. And that one is off the mark and off of the tip. It'll be Whitmire with her 7th. Beltran with it. If you're Lovington, at some point you've got to start attacking, especially Beltran. She's out there with 4 fouls. Beltran across to Thacker. To Harrison now. And inside, and a foul on Lovington. And that was a foul, but the one a minute ago wasn't. Okay. So Malaya, her first personal. Second team foul on Lovington. It is on the floor as Greben and Salcido check out. It'll be Beltran inbounding it. Gets it to Wagner in the deep right corner. Out to Whitmire. 45-40, 3 minutes to go. Artesia going to be content to run clock. Beltran pushing it to Harrison. Now into the corner for Thacker on the right side. 3-ball. That one is off the mark. And Myra with a rebound, her 2nd. Gets it to Malayas. Malaya drives in on Beltran. And count the bucket and the foul this time. Yes, ma'am. And that'll do it for Beltran. And Lovington gets it back to within 3. Now Beltran going to foul out of this one. She will finish up the night with 10 points and 5 rebounds. That'll be the 14th foul on Artesia. And so Malaya at the line. She's got 13. Tries to get Lovington back to within 2. Malaya will put up the shot and gets it to fall. 45-43. Lovington and Artesia have been back and forth. Both teams at one point up by 8. The other one came back to take the lead. To Harrison, blocked out by Aranda, and that one will go out of bounds. Coach Hodling barking at the officials. Yeah, well, Coach, they've been calling it the other way all night, too. So, last touched by Lovington. It'll stay Artesia basketball. 2:37 to go, and they'll push it into Wagner in the right corner. Wagner, a 3-ball on the way. It is an air ball, and touched by Harrison. No, they're going to say Aranda touched it last. They're right on top of that one. I'm not going to argue with it. Artesia tries it again. Whitmire to inbound it. Toss it in, of course, to Wagner, but taken away from her by Buendia. And then she almost gets her pocket picked, and it will be picked by Whitmire. So the teams trade turnovers. Thacker pushing it to Houseshield. Houseshield uses up the dribble. Back to Thacker. 2:17 to go. A 2-point Artesia lead. Ball loose on the court. Diving for it, and whistle sounds as timeout taken by Coach Hodling. He calls for a 30. He doesn't have any 30s left by my count. But Lovington has picked up the pressure. And, yep, it will be a full timeout. 2:10 remaining in the ballgame. Artesia 45, Lovington 43. Lady Cat basketball continues in a moment.
When it comes to your hard-earned money, selecting the right bank is vital. Hi, I'm David Campbell, president of First American Bank in Lovington. First American Bank in Lovington is part of this community. So bank with trusted partners you know, and trusted partners that are part of this area we call home. First American Bank offers all the advantages big corporate banks do, and we do our banking with hometown support and commitment. Choose First American Bank, 19 West Washington in Lovington. We want to earn your trust, then earn your business.
Lovington Schools proudly supports their athletic teams and wants to encourage all teachers, students, and staff to keep pressing on. Wildcats, you are winners on and off of the court. Lovington Municipal Schools are proud of holding the utmost and highest standards. Go out there and be proud to be part of the Big Blue. For more information on what is happening now at Lovington Schools, log on to lovingtonschools.net and bet you won't be disappointed. Go Big Blue. 3 claps and a woo!
Out of the Artesia timeout, it will be Lady Bulldog basketball. Welcome back to the Bulldog Pit. A good one to start things off here, and tight defense for the Lady Cats, pushing it out of bounds. Whitmire, Thacker, Harrison,
House Shield, and Wagner on the floor for Artesia. Barunda, Buendia, Castro, and Aranda on the floor for Lovington, trying to get it in to Wagner, and they'll call the push foul on Aranda. Aubrey, that'll be her second personal. Just the third team foul on Lovington, so it stays on the floor. But it stays in Artesia's end and orange basketball. Whitmire to inbound it. Looking, tossing it all the way out to Thacker near center court. Backs it up as we go under 2 to play. Harrison, the high inlet pass. It's tipped and into the hands of Myra Castro. They force the turnover to Malaya's. Malaya will bring it down. Pop a shot, top of the arc. That one is off of the mark, and Harrison will come away with it. Harrison to the near side. Wendy on her tight. Bounce it to Whitmire. Slides, almost travels. She'll take it into the high post. Puts up a shot, no good. She'll head to the line for 2. 96 seconds to go in the ball game. They'll call that one on Aubrey. Aranda's third personal. Fourth team foul on Lovington. So Whitmire at the line to shoot 2. She has torn us up tonight too. First one on the way, and that one rolls home. 2, 4, 6, 9 points in the fourth quarter. 16 in the ball game for Whitmire. 46-43, still a one-possession ball game. Whitmire went 0 for 4 in the first half, and Aubrey Aranda gets that one off of the miss. Third rebound for Aubrey. Aranda to the deep right baseline. 17-footer in and out, and Malaya just takes it away from Wagner to Aranda. Right corner, 3 on the way. That one is off the mark. Hustling for it, and are they going to call the foul? They should call it on Whitmire for going over the back. They call a baseline instead. It'll be Lovington Nope, they will call it. Going to call it on Whitmire. That'll be her third personal, and it puts Lovington in the bonus. That is the 5th team foul, yeah. So Malaya will head to the line to try and get Lovington back to within 1. So Malaya from the stripe. Puts it up, and that one is in and out. Rolled around and popped out. As Liz Buendia tells her, come on, just deep breath, we got this. 46-43, just a one-possession ball game. Malaya at the line, puts up her second, and that one will roll home. And timeout going to be taken by Coach Chief Bridgeforth. 1:17 remaining in the contest. Lovington is trailing by 2. It's a full timeout. So we'll be back. Lovington Lady Cat basketball continues in a moment on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel and HobbsAmerica.com.
Western States Insurance.
Why choose Western States Insurance as your independent insurance agent? Because Western States Insurance is more than an insurance agency. They're a people agency dedicated to the insurance needs of their customers. Western States Insurance is large enough to provide the products you demand and small enough to offer you personal service.
We've got you covered. Western States Insurance.
Call 396-1318 or go by 212 North Love in Lovington.
And welcome back to Lovington Lady Cat basketball. Lady Cats take the timeout. They trail by 2, and we are right at a minute remaining in this one. 46-44. A back-and-forth affair. Artesia jumped out to an 8-point lead early. Then Lovington stormed back with a 16-0 run to take an 8-point lead. Then Artesia stormed back. Lovington has stormed back. Artesia stormed back. It has been a volleyball game back and forth on the basketball court. Artesia right now with the 2-point lead, 46-44. 2 of the Lady Bulldogs' better players have fouled out, though. 1:13 to go. Lovington needs to put some pressure on. They get it to Harrison, and she's going to get tied up by Aranda. Nice job by Aubrey. The possession arrow stays with Artesia, but good job there by the Lovington defense. 1:07 to go. Work on stealing the inbound. You know it's going to go right to Wagner if it can, and it will in the right corner. Wagner out to Thacker. D on her, the ball will go out of bounds and off of Thacker, and it'll be Lovington basketball as nice job by Buendia. Coach Jeff Hodling is barking. I said, welcome to the club, Coach. Under a minute to play. Buendia to the front court, and she is fouled, goes hard to the floor. Whitmire gets her, and they're actually going to call that one on
Harrison, and they should have just teed somebody up. I think they just teed up number 22, Whitmire. So Lovington will get free throws. They should get 4 of them as Whitmire just got teed up. So Lovington and Liz Buendia go to the line to shoot 4. Because they called the foul on Hattie Harrison, then they called the tech on Whitmire. So at the line, Liz Buendia. The chance to tie it on the first 2. Liz, first one is up, and it is off the mark to the right. As Buendia tells herself, all right, deep breath, we got this. Sorry about the camera work. I am flying solo tonight. Buendia's second on the way as Liz misses both of the techs. 55 seconds to go. She's got 2 more shots, though, on the foul. So missed the technicals. Now she goes for her penalty shots. And Liz gets that one to fall, and we are back to a 1-point ball game. Buendia having a whale of a ball game. Leads the way for the Lady Cats. Second on the way as the Artesia faithful make noise, and that one off the mark. Buendia misses 3 of 4. Normally a very, very consistent free throw shooter. So it'll be Lovington basketball as Aranda to inbound it. 55 seconds remaining in the ball game. Lovington trails by 1 to Malaya. Push it over to Aranda. And long 3 on the way for Castro. Ball is loose, and Malaya will get to it. Her 7th rebound. Aranda to Buendia. Liz moving it back. Comes near side. Bouncing over to Aranda. 37 seconds to go. Aubrey through traffic from the right elbow. No good. Malaya's there with the rebound. Where's the foul? As her shot is going to be taken away from her. And a whistle sounds as they're going to get Malaya for the foul. Or is it a timeout? Yep, it's a timeout. So the timeout is going to be taken by Artesia. And that'll be their final timeout of the ball game. We'll just keep it right here. 46-45. 35 seconds or so remaining in the ball game as I am tangled up in the chair. How the heck did that happen? It's been one of those games. Back and forth affair. A big thanks to all the great sponsors who make Lovington Lady Cat and Wildcat sports possible. You see them there on the bottom of your screen. Support those local businesses who support the Lovington Wildcats and Lady Cats. They make it possible for us to do this and bring it to you free of charge on HobbsAmerica.com and the Lovington Sports YouTube channel. A lot of places charge you to watch these games. We do not. Thanks to those great sponsors. A lot of other companies, too, will still give it to you for free, but they beg for donations. We don't do that either. Thanks to those great sponsors. So support those businesses who support your Lovington Wildcats and Lady Cats. It'll be Artesia basketball out of their final timeout. Lovington still with 2 to take. 27 seconds remaining in the ball game. Aranda, Castro, Barunda, and Buendia on the floor for Lovington. Wagner, Houseshield, Thacker, Harrison, and Whitmire on the floor for Artesia. Into the backcourt with Thacker, and that'll do it for Buendia. No choice there as she fouls Thacker. And that'll do it for Liz Buendia. Fouls out of this one. Finishes up with 10, 12, 18 points in the ball game. And so Thacker will go to the line. That will put them in the double bonus. So Brooklyn Thacker at the line with 23 seconds remaining in the ball game. Salcido checks in for Buendia, and Thacker gets the first to go. Back to a 2-point Artesia lead, and Artesia going to drop back in defense. They are going to be guarding the inside and the perimeter too, and Thacker gets them both to go. That'll make it a 3-point Artesia lead, 48-45. Malaya runs the point, and timeout going to be taken by Coach Chief Bridgeforth. And if I'm not mistaken, Chief only has 30s left. 19 seconds remaining in the ball game. 48-45. Lovington has got to draw up a 3-point play. Your most consistent 3-point shooter, of course, is going to be Malaya Castro. You've got to know that Artesia knows that too, but you've got to find a way to get Malaya open if you can.
Malaya tonight already with 3 trays. And she has, let's see, that's 16 points in the ball game. So 17 seconds to go in the contest. District opener. This has been a good one. Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Lovington has just had really no answer for Lauren Wagner inside. She's got 14 points, does not lead the team. Jenna Whitmire does on the strength of a couple of trays. She's sitting there with 16. So Barunda can also drain the tray. She is on the court too. Malaya to inbound it, gets it to Aranda with 18 seconds remaining. Aranda hands it to Myra. Myra to Malaya. Malaya for 3, and that one is off the mark. And Harrison with the rebound, and Aranda immediately fouls her. 4th personal on Aubrey. And we'll take the 85-foot walk back down, and Hattie Harrison will head to the line. 1 for 2 from the stripe. Has not been on the line since the first quarter. 9.7 seconds to go. And timeout going to be taken by Coach Chief Bridgeforth. That'll be his final timeout of the night. So 9.7 seconds remaining. 48-45, Artesia in the lead. Don't forget, coming up about 15 minutes after the conclusion of this one, it'll be the Lovington boys and Artesia boys from here at the Bulldog Pit. We will have that game for you right here on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel and HobbsAmerica.com. Do subscribe, please, to the Lovington Sports YouTube channel. Be sure you tell all your family and friends everywhere in Wildcat Nation they can always watch and listen for free from your friends at New Walmart Digital, One Radio Square Sports, and all of those great sponsors you see at the bottom of your screen and you hear during these broadcasts. So out of the Lovington timeout, both teams are out of timeouts. So it'll be Harrison to the line. She's got 3 points in the ball game. A 3-point Artesia lead. She gets one of them. It doesn't ice it for sure, but it sure makes it hard. She gets them both. That's pretty much the nail, and the first one is up and good. It's not impossible, but it just got a whole lot harder. So Harrison made the first, puts Artesia up by 4. Second on the way for Harrison, and she gets them both. That may not be the nail, but it makes it awful tough with under 10 to play. To Myra to the front court with 5, with 4. Hand it to Barunda with 3, with 2. To Cardenas at the buzzer. The 3 over the top. And Artesia victorious tonight by the final score of 50-45. We'll be back in a minute to wrap this one up. Get you ready for the boys' game. Lady Cat basketball wraps in just a moment.
Attention shoppers. Bob's Thriftway welcomes you to Lovington, New Mexico. This week you'll save big on grocery items throughout their store. Save big on produce, household items, bread products, and meats. Every week, Bob's Thriftway has big savings for their customers. Bob's Thriftway is your local hometown grocery store. So for the freshest produce, the best meats, shop Bob's Thriftway, 906 West Avenue D in Lovington.
Devon Energy is proud to support the athletic programs of Lovington High School this season. By partnering with local schools in Lovington, Devon is making an investment in the long-term future of the community. Sports teach discipline, teamwork, and leadership. Skills our youth will use to succeed for a lifetime. From the Devon team to yours, Devon Energy wishes you good luck this season, both on the field and in the classroom. Go Wildcats!
And welcome back. Your Lovington Lady Cat postgame show as Lovington drops 50-45 tonight. It was a back and forth affair. Free throws down the stretch made the difference as Artesia went 6 of 7 in that fourth quarter, and Lovington going 5 of 9. So really, free throws pretty much the difference in it. Artesia had 3 scores in double digits. Jenna Whitmire with 16 points in the ballgame. Lauren Wagner with 14 points. Wagner, their leading rebounder, too. She was one shy of a double-double. 10 points for Kimber Beltran. For your Lovington Lady Cats, 2 ladies in double figures tonight. Liz Buendia with 18 points in the ballgame.
to go along with 3 rebounds before fouling out of the game. Malaya Castro with 15 in the ball game, and she was the leading rebounder for Lovington with 8 rebounds. So, not the outcome they wanted tonight as they fall by 5, 50-45. But, hey, you know what? You got to take a deep breath and realize Artesia's not a top 5 team in the state for nothing, and you stayed with them for the entire game. And a few things go a little different, you win that ball game. So we will put a wrap on the Lovington Lady Cats, but stay tuned. Coming up here in just about 15 minutes, it'll be the boys' game as the Lovington Wildcats will open district tonight against the Artesia Bulldogs. So we'll be back in just a few minutes for the boys' game as Lovington Wildcat basketball continues here on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel and HobbsAmerica.com. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Bulldog Pit in Artesia, New Mexico. It is the district opener tonight for your Lovington Wildcats. This is your Stone Oilfield Services pregame show. I'm TJ Miracle flying solo tonight. Dawn Morgan on assignment. Tiff Stuber keeping an eye and an ear on things back at One Radio Square. If you're just joining us, the Lovington Lady Cats and the Artesia Lady Bulldogs played a whale of a girls opener tonight. The Lady Cats, though, falling 50-45, a back-and-forth affair till Artesia pulled out from the free throw line late and winning that one by 5. So for the Wildcats tonight, they look to stay on the winning track. Of course, they won on Monday in their final pre-district tune-up against the Chaparral Lobos. Final in that one was 74-49. Pacing the Cats on Monday night, 25 points for Daedric Betancourt. Yeah, he dominated with a lot of sickness on the team. Julian Arroyo got his 1,000th point of the season. He has 1,012 now, and did it when he was very sick. He still finished up with 13 points, and Marcus Thompson with a double-double with 10 points, 10 rebounds in that ball game for Lovington. So they know what they can do, but they also know what is looking at them on the other side of the court tonight for this district opener. And what awaits them, well, is the Artesia Bulldogs. Let me see, in the last 3, 4, 5 years, I don't know, I think we've played these guys, well, in 5 years we've played them 10, 11, 12, I think 13, 14, I think we've played them 15 times in 5 years. I mean, it is absolutely crazy. For Artesia, they come in at 10-8 on the season, but they are right now the 7th ranked team in Class 4A. Lovington at 12-8, and they are the number 8 ranked team in Class 4A. So a 7-8 battle tonight as Lovington looks to get their district season off to a good start. Now, good news tonight for the Wildcat faithful is Cale Covington is back in the lineup tonight. He is suited out. He is in the starting lineup, and that will be a big lift for the Wildcats, especially his inside presence. As usual, Artesia does have quite a bit of size, so Covington going to look to try and negate some of that. We'll be back right after this to give you the starting lineups. This is your Stone Oilfield Services pregame show here on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel and HobbsAmerica.com.
Introducing a smarter, easier way to manage your Lee County Electric account. It is called Smart Hub. Now you can pay your bill anywhere, anytime, with 24-hour access to your account. It is free and simple to use. Just search for the Smart Hub app on your cell phone or device and download the free app, or go to our website at lcecnet.com and look for the Smart Hub logo to view your account or pay your bill online. Managing your Lee County Electric account conveniently and securely with Smart Hub. Lee County Electric, owned by those we serve.
It's no secret, at some point you'll have a question or need to replace or fix something on your vehicle. Whether your vehicle is new or ancient, Lovington Auto Supply is your trusted advisor when you need dependable auto parts. Not only do they have the parts you need, they have real answers to your real automotive questions, and that help keeps your vehicle running longer and stronger. Quality parts, helpful people. Lovington Auto Supply, 217 West Avenue D in Lovington. Napa, get up and go.
Eunice Pump and Supply has been around for over 30 years and is excited to continue their services to the community. They take pride in their employees and their hard work and dedication, and most importantly, take pride in the youth of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply is a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, another proud supporter of Lee County athletics.
Stone Oilfield Services says many traffic fatalities may be caused by an intoxicated driver. So do yourself and your community a favor and remember the 3 C's of safety: caution, courtesy, and above all, common sense. Safe and sober driving is everyone's responsibility. That message was from Stone Oilfield Services in Lovington, a name you can trust and depend on. For quality and integrity, call 575-396-1840. From the Stone family and staff at Stone Oilfield Services.
Welcome back to your Stone Oilfield Services pregame show. Lovington Wildcat basketball here on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel and HobbsAmerica.com. I'm TJ Miracle from here at the Bulldog Pit. Let's go ahead and give you the starters for the home team, Artesia Bulldogs. It'll be number 4, David Hammond, number 21, Nye Estrada, number 22, Diego Wesson, number 23, Jaron Watkins, and number 42, Clay Kincaid. The Bulldogs are 10-8 on the year, and right now in the Max Preps rankings, they are number 7 in Class 4A under longtime head coach Michael Mondragon. For the Lovington Wildcats, their starters tonight will be DeMarcus Thompson, Julian Arroyo, Zadrick Betancourt, Micah Pondo, and Cale Covington, back from the foot injury, is back in the starting lineup tonight. Lovington at 12-8 on the season. In the Max Preps ranking, they are number 8, according to that matrix, under longtime head coach Casey Pack. So the Cats versus the Dogs, the blue versus the orange, the district opener tonight from here at the Bulldog Pit in Artesia. Should be a good one. We are definitely looking forward to it here tonight. The Wildcats are in the road blue unis, all blue with the white accents, and Cats in script on the front. For Artesia, they are in the home whites with the orange stripes and accents, orange letters and numbers, and Bulldogs in script on the front. So gearing up for the introduction of teams and the national anthem. So we will take a timeout, come back, and tip this one off. This has been your Stone Oilfield Services pregame show from the good folks at Stone Oilfield Services in Lovington. Proud to support the Lovington Wildcats and Lady Cats. Wildcat basketball continues in a moment.
When it comes to your hard-earned money, selecting the right bank is vital. Hi, I'm David Campbell, president of First American Bank in Lovington. First American Bank in Lovington is part of this community. So bank with trusted partners you know, and trusted partners that are part of this area we call home. First American Bank offers all the advantages big corporate banks do, and we do our banking with hometown support and commitment. Choose First American Bank, 19 West Washington in Lovington. We want to earn your trust, then earn your business.
Lovington Schools proudly supports their athletic teams and wants to encourage all teachers, students, and staff to keep pressing on. Wildcats, you are winners on and off of the court. Lovington Municipal Schools are proud of holding the utmost and highest standards. Go out there and be proud to be part of the Big Blue. For more information on what is happening now at Lovington Schools, log on to lovingtonschools.net and bet you won't be disappointed. Go Big Blue. 3 claps and a woo!
Western States Insurance.
Why choose Western States Insurance as your independent insurance agent? Because Western States Insurance is more than an insurance agency. They're a people agency dedicated to the insurance needs of their customers. Western States Insurance is large enough to provide the products you demand and small enough to offer you personal service.
We've got you covered. Western States Insurance.
Call 396-1318 or go by 212 North Love in Lovington.
Devon Energy is proud to support the athletic programs of Lovington High School this season. By partnering with local schools in Lovington, Devon is making an investment in the long-term future of the community. Sports teach discipline, teamwork, and leadership. Skills our youth will use to succeed for a lifetime. From the Devon team to yours, Devon Energy wishes you good luck this season, both on the field and in the classroom. Go Wildcats!
Attention shoppers, Bob's Thriftway welcomes you to Lovington, New Mexico. This week you'll save big on grocery items throughout their store. Save big on produce, household items, bread products, and meats. Every week, Bob's Thriftway has big savings for their customers. Bob's Thriftway is your local hometown grocery store. So for the freshest produce, the best meats, shop Bob's Thriftway, 906 West Avenue D in Lovington.
Introducing a smarter, easier way to manage your Lee County Electric account. It is called Smart Hub. Now you can pay your bill anywhere, anytime, with 24-hour access to your account. It is free and simple to use. Just search for the Smart Hub app on your cell phone or device and download the free app, or go to our website at lcecnet.com and look for the Smart Hub logo to view your account or pay your bill online. Managing your Lee County Electric account conveniently and securely with Smart Hub. Lee County Electric, owned by those we serve.
It's no secret, at some point you'll have a question or need to replace or fix something on your vehicle. Whether your vehicle is new or ancient,
Lovington Auto Supply is your trusted advisor when you need dependable auto parts. Not only do they have the parts you need, they have real answers to your real automotive questions, and that help keeps your vehicle running longer and stronger. Quality parts, helpful people. Lovington Auto Supply, 217 West Avenue D in Lovington. Napa, get up and go.
Stone Oilfield Services says many traffic fatalities may be caused by an intoxicated driver. So do yourself and your community a favor and remember the 3 C's of safety: caution, courtesy, and above all, common sense. Safe and sober driving is everyone's responsibility. That message was from Stone Oilfield Services in Lovington, a name you can trust and depend on. For quality and integrity, call 575-396-1840. From the Stone family and staff at Stone Oilfield Services.
Eunice Pump and Supply has been around for over 30 years and is excited to continue their services to the community. They take pride in their employees and their hard work and dedication, and most importantly, take pride in the youth of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply is a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, another proud supporter of Lee County athletics.
And welcome to Lovington Wildcat Basketball here on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel and HobbsAmerica.com. Also tonight on the Z94 KZOR Facebook page. I'm TJ Miracle flying solo tonight. Dawn Morgan on assignment. Tiff Stuber in studio, keeping an eye and an ear on everything for us. The 12-8 Wildcats under longtime head coach Casey Pack come in as the number 8th ranked team in the Max Preps Matrix in the land of enchantment in Class 4A. Starters tonight for your blue-clad Cats. It'll be number 1, Darcus Thompson. Number 3, Julian Arroyo. Number 5, Zadrick Betancourt. Number 12, Micah Pondo. And back in the lineup tonight, returning from a foot injury, number 24, Cale Covington. For the Artesia Bulldogs tonight, under head coach Michael Mondragon, another longtime head coach. They come in at 10-8 on the season, but they are the 7th ranked team right now in the Max Preps Matrix in Class 4A. For the Bulldogs tonight, their starters will be number 4, David Hammond. Number 21, Nye Estrada. Number 22, Diego Wesson. Number 23, Jaron Watkins. And number 42, Clay Kincaid. For the Wildcats tonight, they just have to play downhill. Play fast, play tough, use smothering defense, and they've got Covington back. So that will give them more of a presence inside. Of course, you've always got to think about the ankle and the foot. So we are glad that he is back. So Covington will head to the big Bulldog, which actually takes up 3/4 of the court here. No, he will prepare to jump as Lovington out on the court and ready to go. As they continue to introduce the Bulldogs, of course, they do the whole sizzle reel on their Jumbotron here that takes about 83.5 years to get through. I'm all for overkill, but that's overkill. The blue-clad Cats versus the white-clad Dogs. Lee County versus Eddy County. And a big district matchup tonight from right here at the Bulldog Pit in Artesia. Great to have you along. Well, I've got a moment. Say a big thank you to all of those great sponsors that you see at the bottom of your screen and you hear their ads. Of course, we couldn't do this without their help and support. Because of those folks, we never, ever charge you to watch and listen to your kids and teams play. And we don't ask for donations like some other places do, and we don't charge you for sure. So taking the jump, it'll be Kincaid and Covington at center court, and we are ready to go. The district opener tonight from here in Artesia. Kincaid and Covington go for it, and Lovington will win the initial tip to Thompson, who gives it immediately to Julian Arroyo. Julian will take it into the front court. Little spin move to Thompson. He'll take it into the left corner. Again, I apologize in advance for the shoddy camera work. I am flying solo tonight. Arroyo directs traffic to Betancourt. He'll cycle it out, then come near side to Arroyo from the left wing. Directs traffic. Arroyo just going to back it out, just underway. Lovington, their opening offensive possession. Arroyo to the free throw line, takes it up and off the glass and in. And Lovington strikes first with the early 2-0 lead. A little bit of backcourt pressure as it'll be Hammond running the point. Brings it into the front court for the Bulldogs. Betancourt on him, tossing it over, and Arroyo stealing it away, forcing the turnover. Get it forward to Betancourt, but it is stolen right back from behind by Hammond. So each team with a turnover. Hammond pushes it over into the right corner with Wesson. Back to Hammond. Works near center court. Gotta move it out, and he will clear before the 5 count. Tossing top of the arc to Estrada. Pondo on him. Over to the far side. Wesson goes to the left block. Ball loose on the court, and they will call the foul on Lovington. They're going to get the push foul on Pondo. Micah's first personal, first team foul on the Cats. It is on the floor. Lovington leading 2-0. Artesia basketball as Wesson inbound left of his own bucket. Tosses it in the high inbound pass. Going to go all the way to the backcourt. Wesson will have to go corral it there as Hammond will come out. And he will be the one that takes it into the offensive zone. And a whistle sounds and an offensive foul going to be called on Artesia. The Bulldogs not liking it. They're going to whistle that one on Estrada, his first personal, first team foul, and that'll be the second turnover on the Bulldogs. So give it back to Lovington. Arroyo gets the inbound and will trot into the offensive zone. Almost uses up the dribble, instead tries to pull the NBA three-pointer, no good, and the rebound made by Watkins. Watkins to Hammond. Artesia with the Bulldog basketball, that's what I'm trying to say. Hammond will direct traffic from in front of the Lovington bench, tossing it over, knocked away by Betancourt, but Estrada will corral it in front of the scorer's table. Back to Hammond. 6:10 remaining in the first. Hammond uses up the dribble, tosses back to Watkins. Watkins, a little crossover, tosses over. Betancourt picks the pocket on a bad pass. Vadrick will take it coast to coast, high off the glass, no good, and the ball will go out of bounds. Last touched by Lovington. You've got to make those shots when you've got the opportunity. And Lovington just missed a golden opportunity right there. So it'll be Estrada to inbound it, gets it to Hammond. Betancourt will pick him up in the backcourt. Now he'll cross the timeline to the free throw line, uses up the dribble, toss it out to Watkins, back to Hammond. Hammond comes near side. Now Covington going to pick him up. They'll toss it back out to Watkins. The high inlet pass underneath by Kincaid, and his shot up no good. He'll go to the line as they're going to whistle Cale Covington for that one. First personal, second team foul on Lovington, and it'll put Artesia's big boy Kincaid at the line for 2. 2-0, Lovington in the lead. 5.5 remaining in the first. First one up for Kincaid, and no good. But the score remains 2-0 for Lovington. Nice job inside for Lovington as Kincaid bobbled it just a little bit and let Covington get over to defend. He just bumped him. Second on the way, and that one is no good. And it'll be Thompson with the rebound, his first. DeMarcus to Julian, over to Pondo, left wing for 3, and bang! Micah Pondo drains the tray. And Lovington now up by a score of 5-0, and a whistle sounds as they're going to call Betancourt for a foul, his first personal, third team foul on Lovington. It is on the floor. Artesia basketball. Watkins goes all the way through, and he's going to be partially blocked out by Thompson. Nice job by Thompson on the block, but it stays Artesia basketball. Watkins to inbound, tosses to Estrada. Left elbow, fall away from 12 is up and good. Nye Estrada gets Artesia on the board. It's now 5-2 to Pondo, left corner for 3. That one off the mark. Covington, welcome back. Cale has his first rebound of the ball game. Get it to Arroyo. Julian going to direct traffic. Julia to Pondo. Wesson will pick him up. Throw it to Covington, and he's going to get fouled. They're going to call the bump, I want to say, on Estrada. It will be on Estrada. That'll be his second personal, second team foul on Artesia. It is on the floor. Lovington basketball as Estrada checks out. Charlie Campbell will check in. Betancourt to inbound for the Cats. He gets it into Betancourt, or rather gets it into Thompson. They'll get it to Covington. He'll go to Thompson in the high post. He works against the big boy on the other side, Kincaid. Lovington will reset. Backing it up is Arroyo. Arroyo three-pointer from the right wing, in and out, and Campbell with the rebound, his first. Campbell keeps it himself, goes to the front court, takes it coast to coast, and shot up no good, but he's fouled. He'll go to the line for 2. They're going to call that on Julian Arroyo, his first personal, fourth team foul on Lovington.
So Lovington racking up the fouls, but leading 5-2. So Campbell coming off the bench heads to the line for 2. 4:29 to go in the first. Low scoring, but fast-paced. Campbell's first is up, and it is good. Looks a little like the girls' game. Back and forth. One team will stretch out a little bit, then the next team will fight back in. So Campbell makes the first, trying to cut it to just a 1-point game, and up no good. And the rebound coming out of nowhere is Watkins, his second board of the ball game, and a 3 on the way by Campbell. That one goes over the backboard, and it'll be Lovington basketball. Checking in for Artesia is Enrique Armendariz, as Elijah Rivero will check in for Lovington. Betancourt heads to the bench. And Valente Herrera will come in. He'll check in for Micah Pondo. Jojo Perez also in the ball game. So Thompson looks to inbound. He'll toss it into Perez. Gets it back to Thompson. DeMarcus comes left side. Still in the backcourt to Perez under a little bit of pressure. Perez works against Campbell. Gets it to Rivero. Elijah pushes it over to Perez. Campbell on him. Goes to the left lane. Loses the basketball off of his foot. And he decided it actually went off of one of the Bulldogs, so it'll stay Lovington basketball. Covington, Perez, Thompson, Rivero, and Herrera on the court for the Wildcats. Perez to inbound it, gets it into Thompson. Left wing, 3 ball on the way. That one off the mark, and Campbell will have his second board of the ball game. Campbell pushes it forward to Watkins. Thompson on him. Back to Campbell as Perez picks him up. It's a little screen, lets him move from Hammond. Perez, though, staying with him back near the timeline. Little crossover. She'll take it through the left lane, loses the ball, corrals it, rolls on the floor, tosses back out to Watkins. Thompson on him. 3:38 remaining in the first. Toss over to reset with Hammond. 5-3, Lovington in the lead. Back to Hammond, who runs the point. Rivero picks him up. The 2-4s going at it. Tossing it out. And a travel going to be called on Campbell. 4th turnover for Artesia. Bulldog faithful not liking it, but that's what it was, as Thompson will check out. Betancourt will come back in. It'll be Lovington basketball. 3:24 to go here in the first. Inbound comes to Rivero as Wesson will pick him up. Elijah back to Betancourt, still in the backcourt. A little backcourt pressure from the Bulldogs. Z brings it into the front court. Takes it to the top of the arc now to Rivero. Rivero cycles, gets it to Arroyo in front of the Artesia bench. And then the long cross-court pass. Rivero from the left baseline puts up the little 7-footer, and it is good. Wasn't sure there for a second, but Elijah got it to fall. 7-3, the Wildcats in the lead. 2:53 remaining in the first. District opener for both squads. Using up the dribble, tossing it back to Watkins. Now going to Wesson in front of the Lovington bench. He'll drive to the left baseline, go underneath to Armendariz, and he'll put up a shot. He's fouled. Armendariz will head to the line for 2. I think they're going to get Herrera for that one, but we will see. Yep, it will be on Valente. That'll be his first personal 5th team foul, so Artesia going to be in the double bonus for the last 2.5 minutes of this first half, or rather first quarter. 7-3, though, Lovington in the lead. Armendariz' first is up, and it is no good. The score remains 7-3. He's checking in for Artesia. Matthew Halfliger. Also back into the ballgame, Clay Kincaid. Second on the way for Armendariz, and that one is no good. And welcome back, Cale Covington, for a second time, his second board of the ballgame. Rivero to Covington, who slings it over to Herrera. Now back out to Rivero to Covington to Arroyo. 3 ball on the way, and bang! Julian Arroyo with 5 in the ballgame makes this a 10-3 lead. Wildcats on top. Halfliger into the front court, works against Arroyo. Takes it to the right base, now tosses into Armendariz. Loose on the floor, Armendariz throws some elbows. Will bounce it over to Wesson, and picked up the pivot foot. 5th turnover for the Bulldogs. Give it back to Lovington. 2:06 to go. Cats in the lead of this one. But as we saw in the earlier game tonight, no lead is safe. And as we've seen over the years, here in Artesia, no lead is safe. Rivero to the front court.
He works against Campbell now. Get it out to Betancourt. Toss it deep right corner for Covington. Covington will take it to the right block. Now to Rivero, who banks it off the glass from the left base. They lost Elijah, and he made them pay for it. 12-3, a 9-point Lovington lead, their biggest of the ball game. As into the front court, ball loose on the court, and turnover to Arroyo, and up and in, Julian Arroyo. Off of the turnover, as tripping to the floor was Halfliger, as Coach Mondragon is in danger getting himself teed up, and they just teed up Armendariz. And Mondragon getting ready to get himself teed up while he's at it too. The assistant coach is barking too. Now the official's going to talk things over just a minute. They're going to go over and talk to the Lovington bench now. And they will tee up Artesia. So they will assess the technical. That'll be the third team foul. And they will put that on Enrique Armendariz. And a timeout was taken. It is a full timeout, but we're already 40 seconds into it. We'll keep it right here. Lovington up 14-3. I don't think the Bulldogs quite expected the Wildcats to come in here and be as fired up as they are. And Lovington playing extremely physical in the early going, but can they keep it up? So now there will be techs thrown. I'd be willing to bet you it's going to be Julian Arroyo at the line. Big thank you to all the great sponsors who make Wildcat basketball possible here on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel and on HobbsAmerica.com. So on the Z94 KZOR Facebook page, you see them there at the bottom of your screen. You hear their ads, and of course we say a big thank you to them. And be sure you shop local and support those businesses that support your Lovington Wildcats and Lady Cats. So the technicals, it'll be Julian Arroyo to go shoot the tees with 1:38 remaining in the first quarter. The Artesia faithful still barking, no pun intended. First one for Julian is up and clanks off the front of the iron. But the score remains 14-3. First trip to the line for any of the Wildcats tonight. And Julian misses the first. Puts up the second, and he will get that one to fall. Makes it a 15-3 Lovington lead, and it will be Lovington basketball out of the technicals. Adric Betancourt to inbound it. Just to my left, he'll get it into Thompson. Thompson to Arroyo, drives left baseline. Little 5-foot floater, and it won't fall, and Watkins has his third board of the ball game. 90 seconds remaining. They'll toss it over. Campbell, left corner, three ball on the way. That one is off the mark, and from the tip, Arroyo will bring it down. Julian back down the court, goes through to the left baseline. It is off the glass, and a foul going to be called. As the Boo Birds in orange are out, as they are going to whistle that one on Hammond, his first personal. Fourth team foul on Artesia, and Arroyo heads back to the line for two more. So Julian to the line where he is one of two. Is Hammond going to come over and ask the official something as Julian's first is up, and it is good. 16-3, Wildcats up by 13. It was the last time we said that against an Artesia team, especially here at the Bulldog Pit. Done every game possible for the last 10 years now, and I don't remember the last time. Second one is up, and that one is good as Julian gets them both. Makes this a 17-3 ball game in favor of the Wildcats. 1:17 remaining here in the first. You've got Perez, Pondo, Thompson, Betancourt, and Covington on the floor for the Wildcats. Watkins, Hammond, Campbell, Wesson, and Kincaid on the floor for the Bulldogs. Come near side to Watkins. Thompson gets to him quickly. Hammond will direct traffic. Perez on him. Tries to get a screen. He comes the other way instead. Hands it off to Wesson, and they're going to get, nope, they're going to get the travel on Wesson. I thought they were going to get Z for a foul. Wesson just shakes the head and trots back down the court. It'll be the seventh turnover for the Bulldogs, as words we cannot repeat being chanted from the crowd. Inbound to Betancourt. He works against Campbell. To Perez in the front court. Lovington back on the attack to Pondo. to Thompson. Thompson to Betancourt to Perez, right wing. Toss it back out, and that'll be stolen away by Watkins. Watkins will take it coast to coast, and he is blocked by Covington. Ball loose on the court, and collision between Wesson and Pondo. Perez wound up with the rebound, but I don't think it's going to count, and it will be a push foul. They're going to call it on Pondo, I think a second, and so that will put Artesia at the line to shoot two. They are in the bonus, unless they're going to say loose ball foul. Yep, it will be a two-shot foul. That is the 16th foul by my reckoning on Lovington. So it will be a two-shot foul for Diego Wesson. Wesson heads to the line for two. A foul by Pondo. So Wesson heading to the line. Lovington in the lead, 16-3. Artesia not having a good quarter as Wesson's first is up, and it is good. Breaks a long scoring drought for the Bulldogs. 36 seconds to go in a fast-moving and sometimes contentious first quarter. So Wesson got the first, he'll eye the second. It's the ball back from the man in stripes as Wesson will put up his second shot, and he gets them both to fall. 17-5, Cats in the lead. Now Thompson will look to inbound it against pressure from Kincaid. Full court press is on, gets it into Betancourt. Gets it back to DeMarcus. DeMarcus comes near side as he will cross into the offensive zone. He'll take it through the left lane and put it up, and no good, but Covington is there with the rebound and the putback. Kale back in the books. 19-5, back to a 14-point Cat lead. To the front court, that's Hammond. Perez stays on him with 12 seconds to go. Coming to Watkins. Watkins goes through the legs. He'll take it to the free throw line, bounce it back to Hammond. Three on the way, left wing, no good. Betancourt with the rebound. That'll be his first. And it'll be Lovington basketball, and they'll just dribble it out in the first. We have played a quarter here in Artesia. It is Lovington 18, Artesia 5. Yeah, you heard right, 18-5. Back for the second right after this. Wildcat basketball continues in a moment.
When it comes to your hard-earned money, selecting the right bank is vital. Hi, I'm David Campbell, president of First American Bank in Lovington. First American Bank in Lovington is part of this community, so bank with trusted partners you know, and trusted partners that are part of this area we call home. First American Bank offers all the advantages big corporate banks do, and we do our banking with hometown support and commitment. Choose First American Bank, 19 West Washington in Lovington. We want to earn your trust, then earn your business.
Lovington Schools proudly supports their athletic teams and wants to encourage all teachers, students, and staff to keep pressing on. Wildcats, you are winners on and off of the court. Lovington Municipal Schools are proud of holding the utmost and highest standards. Go out there and be proud to be part of the Big Blue. For more information on what is happening now at Lovington Schools, log on to lovingtonschools.net and bet you won't be disappointed. Go Big Blue. 3 claps and a woo!
Back here at the Bulldog Pit, Lovington all over Artesia in the first quarter, 18-5 our score, but we still got a long way to go in this one. I'm TJ Miracle. Welcome back to the district opener as Watkins will inbound it to Hammond in the backcourt. It'll be Artesia basketball as we start the second. Get it to Watkins, and he'll toss it back out to Kincaid. Work it back around to Hammond, other side of the court, top of the arc. Wesson for three, and that one off the mark, and Cale Covington has his fourth board, and he tries to get Betancourt cutting down to get the fast break going and just overthrows him. Third rebound, or rather third turnover for the Wildcats. Give it back to Artesia. Just underway here in the second. The inbound will come to Hammond. Trent Egland checking in for Artesia. Hammond to the front court, works against Rivero. Hammond gives it to Wesson. Betancourt on him, back to Hammond right in front of me. Then toss it over to Egland. To Watkins in front of the Lovington bench. He'll take it inside, almost loses it. Turn around from 10, not going to fall. And it'll be Thompson with the rebound. That is DeMarcus' second. To Betancourt, goes to the right base, and the block going to be called. That'll put Betancourt at the line. They're going to call that on Watkins, his first personal. First team foul on Artesia. And so Betancourt will head to the line to shoot two. First one is up for Z, and it is too hard off the back of the iron. No good. Sorry, I thought I had the score bug wrong. It's 18-5. A little wishful thinking there, maybe. Betancourt's second is on the way. Now it's 19-5, and I can get the scoreboard back where it's supposed to be. So Lovington up by 14. 1 minute gone here in the second quarter. Hammond to Watkins. It's a screen from Kincaid. Thinks about the three. Gets it to Eglin. Down to the corner for Hammond on the right side. He'll pull up from the right wing for three. That one off the mark, and Cale Covington has his fifth board of the ball game. Covington will just leave it off for Julian Arroyo at 10 points in the first quarter. 6:48 to go, first half. To Betancourt. It's the pick from Covington. Goes hard to the rack, no good, and the ball will go out of bounds. And last touched by the Wildcats. Artesia, I think, still trying to figure out the number of the bus that hit him. At least in that first quarter, but something about this Artesia squad and in this building, they are not going to go away. Hammond to Eglin. If you're Lovington, keep your foot on the gas. Eglin to Kincaid. Kincaid works against Betancourt. They'll get it to Wesson. Thompson switches off on him. Wesson will pull up for three. That one no good, and the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Eglin, and it'll be Lovington basketball. 19-5 the score. Cats trying to pull the small upset. Artesia 7 in the state, Lovington 8. But more importantly, trying to pick one off here at the Bulldog Pit for the first time in a while since that Wild District tournament. To Covington, goes through the lane, double puts and pumps up, no good. And Eglin with the rebound, his first. Gets it to Watkins, almost loses it to a trailing Thompson, but will save it. To Hammond in the front court, to Watkins in front of the Lovington bench. Thompson on him, ball loose on the court, flies around, and Lovington comes up with it with Betancourt. Gets it forward to Thompson. Thompson goes right baseline. It is off the glass, and Hammond has his first rebound. Hammond will turn on the Jets. Come the other way to Wesson. His alley-oop no good, but he's fouled. He'll go to the line to shoot two. I think that's going to be on Julian. Trying to get back on defense, and it will be on Arroyo. That'll be his second personal. First team foul on Lovington. And Wesson goes to the line to shoot two. Wesson 2 of 2 from the free throw line tonight. Trying to break a bit of a scoring drought for Artesia. He'll rattle that one home. And now 19-6. As checking out is Hammond. Campbell checks back in. Campbell right now the leading rebounder for Artesia. He's got a deuce, 2 of them. But Wesson at the line made the first and made the second. And now it's 19-7. Lovington needs to find a little offensive rhythm here. You don't want to let Artesia back into it. Long cross-court pass to Betancourt. Gives it to Thompson, back to Betancourt to Thompson. Thompson to the left elbow, tossing out to Rivero. Wesson flips out on him. Deep right corner for Betancourt to Covington to Betancourt for three, right corner, and that one is going to be short. And the ball is going to be saved, but into the hands of DeMarcus Thompson. Lovington basketball, but then taking it away. And they are going to call the flagrant on Julian Arroyo as Campbell stole it away. And that'll be on Julian. That'll be his third personal, and they will call the flagrant. And so Perez is going to come in. JoJo Perez comes in, and that will... I don't know if it was a flagrant. They were shooting free throws. It will be the fourth turnover no matter how you look at it. Arroyo going to have to go sit for a while. So Campbell thinks about the three. Instead gets it to Kincaid in the right base, and they will call jump ball, and it'll be Lovington basketball as the Boo Birds out in orange as they wanted the foul as Coach Mondragon goes over, and he's barking at the officials. Michael Mondragon. He is related to Steve Mondragon, who was a longtime coach at Clarendon, and he could be quite emotional in the JUCO ranks. Those were always fun games to call. From Wesson, he'll inbound it to Campbell in the backcourt. 4:45 to go first half. Campbell tossing it over to the far side to Eglin. Eglin to Wesson. Throw it inside to Watkins, a little 10-foot floater, puts it home.
Watkins, his first bucket of the ball game. Back to a 10-point lead the other way, and Betancourt misses a point-blank bunny jumper. Eglin with the rebound, gets it to Campbell. Campbell picks up the dribble, comes near side to Wesson. Wesson back to Campbell, looks over, gets his call. Betancourt on him. Kincaid sets the pick. Now they'll throw it over to Beach in the far right side. 10th turnover for Artesia. Artesia just having all kinds of heck hanging on to the basketball. So it'll be to Marcus Thompson to inbound it. He'll get it into Rivero and then back to Betancourt. Betancourt to Covington, over to Rivero, wide open, left wing, 3 ball on the way. No good, but it'll be JoJo Perez there with the rebound. They'll reset to Covington from the top of the arc, no good. Fight for the rebound, and it'll go out of bounds, and Perez touches it last. Lovington has missed 3 of those just little bunny jumpers just right there in this ball game. And Artesia's chipping back into it. Lovington has only scored 1 point in this second quarter. Of course, Artesia's only scored 4, so neither team having a lot of offensive firepower. Another turnover stolen away by DeMarcus Thompson. He'll take it hard to the rack and up and in for DeMarcus. His first bucket of the ball game breaks the scoring drought. Puts Lovington up 21-9. Back down, and a foul going to be called. And do they call the foul before the travel on Campbell? Yes, they will. They'll call that on Betancourt. That'll be his second personal. 3rd team foul on Lovington. Dagland will check out, and Estrada will check in. Was on the floor. It'll be Watkins to inbound right of his own bucket. He'll toss it in. Estrada will get it back out near center court. Estrada hands it off to Wesson. Wesson to the right block, and 12-footer is up and in. Diego Wesson, and then stealing away on the inbound, and then getting his own rebound after he missed was Campbell. So that's 4 quick points for Artesia. Back into it, 21-13, back to within 7, and coming back and putting it up and in. That's DeMarcus Thompson. Lovington getting 2 of them back, 23-13. Wesson to Kincaid, and Kincaid hard to the glass, misses his first, gets his own rebound, and he'll put it up and in. If you're Coach Casey Pack, you might ought to think about a timeout here, see if you can settle it down, and stolen away by Artesia. 23-15. Wesson for 3, and that one is good. Wesson with the 3 ball makes it a 23-18 ball game, and Coach Casey doesn't. Rivero back the other way, no call, and the rebound come out with by Estrada. Ball loose on the court, and Lovington will get it back. Then now Thompson, as Coach Casey is going to take the timeout here. Right call, Coach Pack. 2:14 remaining in the first half. Lovington 23, Artesia 18. We'll be back in 30 seconds. Wildcat basketball continues in a moment.
Western States Insurance.
Why choose Western States Insurance as your independent insurance agent? Because Western States Insurance is more than an insurance agency. They're a people agency dedicated to the insurance needs of their customers. Western States Insurance is large enough to provide the products you demand and small enough to offer you personal service.
We've got you covered. Western States Insurance.
Call 396-1318 or go by 212 North Love in Lovington.
Back here out of the Lovington timeout, the Bulldogs at 1 point, down by 15, have stormed back and cut it down to just a 5-point Lovington lead. The Cats finally taking the timeout. So Lovington will have the basketball out of the Wildcat timeout. JoJo Perez to inbound it. Perez, Marquez, and Anson will get the inbound. Back to Perez. He'll cycle around. Goes all the way through Rivero. Into Thompson. Thompson from the top of the arc. His 3 ball is off the mark, as Watkins will have his 4th rebound of the night. Watkins will keep it himself, crossing the timeline. Pulls up from 15 on the right wing, no good. Ball is fighting for it, and Thompson will come away with it. His 4th. DeMarcus to Covington, and Cale over the front of the rim, and good. Now 25-18. Back in the ball game is Hammond for Artesia. Throws the high inlet pass underneath, and a foul going to be called. As Armendariz was going to the rack. Who'd they get for it? They're going to get Perez. That'll be JoJo's first personal. 4th team foul on Lovington.
as Armendariz to the line to shoot 2. First one for Armendariz is up, and it is no good. So our score remains 25-18. 97 seconds to go here in the first half. Valente Herrera checks in as Marquez will check out. Lovington in the lead. So Armendariz at the line, misses the first, puts up the second, and he gets that one to go. Now 25-19. Whistles sound. Not sure what the holdup is here. But it will be Lovington basketball. A little bit of backcourt pressure from Hammond. Thompson to Rivero. Back to Thompson. Back to Rivero. He'll cross into the front court, get it over to DeMarcus. Now they'll toss it to Covington at the free throw line to Rivero. Left wing, 3-ball on the way. That one is off the mark and off the iron. And the rebound brought down by Hammond, his second. Hammond weaves through traffic. He'll go, and oh yeah, he traveled, took the jump stop, and then jumped again. 13 turnovers for these Bulldogs. That is very uncharacteristic of this Artesia team. Lovington up by 6, 1:12 remaining first half. To Perez in the front court, toss it over to Rivero. Armendariz picks him up quickly. Now back to Thompson, to Covington. He'll take it right base, but he took the extra step first. 8th turnover for the Wildcats. Give it back to the Bulldogs. 1:02 to go in the first half. As Wesson will check in for Artesia. Also back in is Hafliger. Hafliger, Wesson, Armendariz, Watkins for Artesia. Thompson, Perez, Pondo, Herrera, and to the floor. Hafliger almost loses it, saves it, gets it to Armendariz, trying to get it to Wesson. He does in the deep right corner. He corrals it. Pondo on him very tight. Cycles out. Hafliger. He'll toss it to Watkins. And I forgot Charlie Campbell, didn't mean to do that. He's also on the floor for Artesia. Hafliger gets a screen from Watkins, hands it off to Wesson, who gets a screen from Armendariz, and they call the moving screen on Armendariz. Well, they call the charge, actually, not the moving screen. His second personal. It'll be the 14th turnover on Artesia. Both teams will be in the bonus on the next foul. 30 seconds to go as Perez tossing it over to Herrera. Back to Perez. Over to DeMarcus. DeMarcus moves underneath, gets it to Herrera and into Perez. Left corner for 3, and JoJo, bang! JoJo drains the tray. I've said it before, and I will probably be saying it for the next 4 years. I have a feeling I'm going to say that a lot. Gets Lovington back up 28-19. To Campbell, rattles in and out, not going to fall. His turnaround is no good, but he's fouled. He'll have a chance to go to the line with 0.3 of a second remaining in the quarter. Lovington has racked up some fouls. They're going to call that one on Herrera, Valente's second personal. 5th team foul, not that it really matters, with 0.3 of a second to go. Campbell at the line, puts up the first, and that one hits the back of the iron and bounces off. So the score remains 28-19 in favor of the Wildcats. Herrera and Covington in the blocks. Campbell looks to toss it in. He puts it up, and that one will roll home. Makes it a 28-20 game as Pondo just takes it, and the buzzer will sound. But we have played a half here in Artesia, and it is Lovington 28, Artesia 20. We're back for your Lovington Auto Supply Napa Know-How halftime report in just a couple of minutes. Wildcat basketball continues in a moment.
Attention shoppers. Bob's Thriftway welcomes you to Lovington, New Mexico. This week you'll save big on grocery items throughout their store. Save big on produce, household items, bread products, and meats. Every week, Bob's Thriftway has big savings for their customers. Bob's Thriftway is your local hometown grocery store. So for the freshest produce, the best meats, shop Bob's Thriftway, 906 West Avenue D in Lovington.
Devon Energy is proud to support the athletic programs of Lovington High School this season. By partnering with local schools in Lovington, Devon is making an investment in the long-term future of the community. Sports teach discipline, teamwork, and leadership. Skills our youth will use to succeed for a lifetime. From the Devon team to yours,
Devon Energy wishes you good luck this season, both on the field and in the classroom. Go Wildcats!
Introducing a smarter, easier way to manage your Lee County Electric account. It is called Smart Hub. Now you can pay your bill anywhere, anytime, with 24-hour access to your account. It is free and simple to use. Just search for the Smart Hub app on your cell phone or device and download the free app, or go to our website at lcecnet.com and look for the Smart Hub logo to view your account or pay your bill online. Managing your Lee County Electric account conveniently and securely with Smart Hub. Lee County Electric, owned by those we serve.
It's no secret, at some point you'll have a question or need to replace or fix something on your vehicle. Whether your vehicle is new or ancient, Lovington Auto Supply is your trusted advisor when you need dependable auto parts. Not only do they have the parts you need, they have real answers to your real automotive questions, and that help keeps your vehicle running longer and stronger. Quality parts, helpful people. Lovington Auto Supply, 217 West Avenue D in Lovington. Napa, get up and go.
Stone Oilfield Services says many traffic fatalities may be caused by an intoxicated driver. So do yourself and your community a favor and remember the 3 C's of safety: caution, courtesy, and above all, common sense. Safe and sober driving is everyone's responsibility. That message was from Stone Oilfield Services in Lovington, a name you can trust and depend on. For quality and integrity, call 575-396-1840. From the Stone family and staff at Stone Oilfield Services.
And welcome back to Artesia. This is your Lovington Auto Supply Napa Know-How halftime show from the good folks at Lovington Auto Supply, 217 West Avenue D in Lovington. When you need the Napa Know-How for your car, and trust me on this one, you're going to at some point, be sure you get it from the good folks at Lovington Auto Supply. Proud supporters of the Lovington Wildcats and Lady Cats. Lovington Auto Supply in Napa, get up and go. And that's exactly what Lovington did coming into this ball game as they lead this one 28-20. They led 18-5 at the end of the first quarter, as chipped into a little bit. 28-20 though, an 8-point Lovington lead. How did we get here? Well, that's what we need to take a look at. For Artesia, their leading scorer right now is Diego Wesson. He paces the Bulldogs. He has 9 points in the first half. Charlie Campbell, coming off the bench, is next with 4. You've got 2 points for Nia Estrada, 2 points Jaron Watkins, 2 points for Clay Kincaid, and a point for Enrique Armendariz. The Bulldogs collectively go 50-50 from the free throw line, 7 of 14 in that first half. They had 13 rebounds as a team. Watkins leads the way with 4 of those for Artesia. 14 turnovers. I can't read my own handwriting. 14 turnovers in that first half for Artesia. Very uncharacteristic for the Bulldogs. They got 5 points in the first, as mentioned, and then got 15 in the second. That gets them to their 20 on the board. Turn of the page for the Lovington Wildcats. Julian Arroyo leads the charge. He had 10 points, all of them in that first quarter, before Coach Casey Pack put him on the bench after a flagrant foul was called. 4 points for DeMarcus Thompson, 4 points for Elijah Rivero, 4 points for Cale Covington. Welcome back. 3 points for Micah Pondo, 3 points for JoJo Perez, and a point for Zadrick Betancourt. Lovington goes 4 of 6 from the free throw line, so 66% from the charity stripe. 13 rebounds as a team for Lovington in the first half, led by Covington with 5. Thompson next on the list with 4. Lovington 18 points in the first quarter, 10 in the second, as they went a little bit cold there. Sometimes that will happen, especially if Arroyo is on the bench. 8 turnovers for Lovington in that first half, but more importantly, they've got the 8-point lead. At one point it was as much as 15, but I mentioned it at the time, and I'll say it again. Here in Artesia, really no lead is safe unless you're up by 35 and you're talking about running clock, and that doesn't happen very often against this Bulldogs boys team. So Lovington, if you're the Wildcats, you've got to come out and keep playing downhill. Your defense has frustrated them. You have gone even with them despite a Bulldog size advantage on the boards, 13 each team. Cale Covington working his way back in has done a nice job. If you can find a way to get him open a little bit, although Artesia has a little something to say about that, but if you can find a way to get Covington to the rack, that will give Lovington a much better chance at maintaining or expanding this lead. Lovington has to work on the shooting, especially in close. They missed 4 just really easy, wide open layups. And of those 4, only 1 led to an offensive rebound. So they've got to work on that just a little bit. But really, if you're Lovington, things have gone, for the most part, to plan here in the first half as they lead 28-20 over the home team Bulldogs. Of course, after tonight, the Lovington Wildcats next up on Tuesday night from the friendly confines of Wildcat Gym against Roswell Goddard. Girls will play at 5:30. Of course, the boys at around 7:30. But before we get to Tuesday, well, we've got to keep getting through this Friday first district opener for both teams, and the Lovington Wildcats leading the Artesia Bulldogs right now 28-20. Of course, while I have a moment, I'd like to say a big thank you to all of the great sponsors and supporters who make Lovington Wildcat and Lady Cat basketball possible here on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel and on HobbsAmerica.com. You see them there at the bottom of your screen. You hear their ads. And support those local businesses who support your cats and lady cats. And we never charge you to watch and listen to your kids. So many places do now. So many school districts or other media companies charge you to watch. We do not. A lot of other media companies ask for donations. We do not do that, and we don't have to, and we won't do that thanks to those great sponsors. So again, a big thanks to Bob's Thriftway, Devon Energy, Lee County Electric Cooperative, Lovington Auto Supply at Napa, Stone Oilfield Services, Eunice Pump and Supply, First American Bank of Lovington, the Lovington Schools, and Western States Insurance. Halftime here at the Bulldog Pit. It's Lovington 28, Artesia 20. We'll be back for the second half right after this. This has been your Lovington Auto Supply Napa Know-How halftime show from Lovington Auto Supply, 217 West Avenue D in Lovington. Lovington Auto Supply and Napa, get up and go.
Eunice Pump and Supply has been around for over 30 years and is excited to continue their services to the community. They take pride in their employees and their hard work and dedication, and most importantly, take pride in the youth of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply is a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, another proud supporter of Lee County athletics.
When it comes to your hard-earned money, selecting the right bank is vital. Hi, I'm David Campbell, president of First American Bank in Lovington. First American Bank in Lovington is part of this community. So bank with trusted partners you know, and trusted partners that are part of this area we call home. First American Bank offers all the advantages big corporate banks do, and we do our banking with hometown support and commitment. Choose First American Bank, 19 West Washington in Lovington. We want to earn your trust, then earn your business.
Lovington Schools proudly supports their athletic teams and wants to encourage all teachers, students, and staff to keep pressing on. Wildcats, you are winners on and off of the court. Lovington Municipal Schools are proud of holding the utmost and highest standards. Go out there and be proud to be part of the Big Blue. For more information on what is happening now at Lovington Schools, log on to lovingtonschools.net and bet you won't be disappointed. Go Big Blue. 3 claps and a woo!
Back here in Artesia, halftime has come to a close. The team's back out on the court, getting their final instructions from Coach Pack and Coach Mondragon, respectively. And we are just about ready to go. The Wildcats leading the Bulldogs 28-20 after a great first half. Now they've got to maintain it in the second. I'm TJ Miracle flying solo tonight. Don Morgan on assignment. Well, technically, I'm never solo. Tiff's keeping an eye and an ear on things back at One Radio Square, and you're with me, too, and I appreciate that. So it'll be Bulldog basketball as we start the second half of action. Again, Lovington leading 28-20. Pondo, Thompson, Covington, Arroyo, and Rivero on the floor for the Cats. Watkins, Wesson, Hammond, Estrada, and Kincaid on the floor for the Bulldogs. Watkins will inbound it to Estrada in the backcourt, and we are underway in the third quarter. Wesson to the front court, hands it off to Hammond. Hammond in the right corner, directs traffic, cycles around, gives it to Wesson, and a foul called away from the basketball. And they're actually going to call a push foul on, going to call Pondo for a push. Wow, okay. Well, Pondo, that'll be his third personal. It'll be the first team foul on Lovington. Stays Artesia basketball. Just 13 seconds gone here in the fourth. Pondo has to check out. Perez checks back in as they'll get it into Wesson. Right baseline, 12-footer up, no good. There with the push back in will be Watkins. And Watkins with the rebound and the putback, and Artesia strikes first. To Perez. To Arroyo, now to Thompson. Deep right corner. He'll cycle it around. Thompson pushes over to Rivero. Now they'll give it out to Arroyo. Julian behind the back, and from just behind the free throw line, shot up no good. And Wesson with the rebound, his first. Artesia will come back down. 6-point Lovington lead, 45 seconds gone in the third. Wesson will direct traffic. Picks up the dribble. Ooh, almost picked up that pivot foot. Gets it over to Watkins. Watkins to Hammond. Under pressure now to Estrada. Perez gets the hand on it. Estrada keeps it from the left block. Shot up, no good. Kincaid is there. His rebound and his putback is good. His second board of the ball game, and that cuts it back down. Lovington to the front court with Arroyo. A 4-point Artesia lead. A quick 4-0 run for them. To Rivero. Uses up the dribble. Tosses to Arroyo in the right corner. He works against Hammond. Little spin move, and they will call the charge on Arroyo. Julian, keep the mouth shut. That'll be his fourth personal, second team foul, 9th turnover for Lovington. Arroyo barking, and now he's going to have to go sit as Betancourt will check in. Arroyo, Coach Casey telling him, you got to just deal with it, son. So Betancourt comes in, and that loses Lovington some firepower because he's going to have to sit with 4 personals. Now the inbound to Hammond. Lovington clinging on to a 4-point lead now. At one point was as much as 14 or 15. Hammond to Kincaid and bounced away. Lovington gets the turnover. Betancourt to Rivero. Elijah to the rack. No good. Ball loose on the court. And off of the tip, it'll be Estrada with it. Back down the other way to Wesson, and he'll get the bucket and the foul. You feel the worm turning. And I would say it is turned. Lovington has been stuck on 28, and Artesia has been stuck on moving the scoreboard. They're going to whistle that one on to Marcus Thompson, his first personal, 3rd team foul on Lovington. As Wesson heads to the line to shoot the and one, and he'll rattle home 3 the old-fashioned way, and now just a 1-point Lovington lead. They need to find the offense and find it quickly. Thompson to Perez, to Rivero in the right corner. Wesson on him, trying to get it into Covington, tipped away, turnover number 10 for Lovington. Artesia now with a chance to retake the lead. Wesson, NBA 3, right corner. That one is off the mark, and off the rebound. They'll give the rebound to Kincaid, and he's going to get fouled, and he'll go to the line for 2. They're going to call that one on Covington, his second personal, 4th team foul. Lovington is all of a sudden fouling things up as Ethan Stevens will check into the ball game. 28-27. Wow, wow, wow. And it'll be Artesia basketball. As tossing it all the way in, getting it to Wesson back near center court. Hammond comes over. Wesson thinks about handing it to him, then realizes, oh, I'm right on the line. Better not do that. 5:40 remaining here in the third. To Estrada. Perez on him. Works it from the left to the right. Give it back to Hammond. Stevens in the ballgame for the first time for the Cats. Hammond looking for some room to run. Betancourt staying with him. Backs up, comes to Wesson near side. Directs traffic now to Watkins. Watkins goes all the way to the right base, puts up a little floater, no good, and it'll be Covington with the rebound. Cale's 6th, but it gets stolen immediately away from him, and the shot back up, no good. But Lovington with another turnover. Perez needs a little help, gets it to Covington. Just to my right, and they'll say Covington steps on the baseline. I'd like to see that one again. 12 turnovers now for the Wildcats as the wheels have come off here in the third. Right now, Artesia on a 7-0 run to start the quarter. They've cut it down to just a 1-point lead. Coach Casey Pack is asking the same thing I am. To Wesson in the deep right corner. Push it back out to Hammond. Hammond a little head fake from the free throw line. Puts up a wild one. Going to wind up with his own rebound. His third. His putback no good. And JoJo Perez will wind up with it for the Cats. Perez
to Covington. Covington drives in. He's going to get blocked by Kincaid. Thompson with the rebound, and he gets crushed. No call. It'll be a turnover for the Wildcats. Back the other way to Watkins. No call as his shot up, and it'll be Betancourt with the rebound. Push it forward. Thompson through and bouncing around. No good, but Covington with the rebound and the putback, and a whistle sounds as Coach Casey Pack wants to take a timeout with 4:19 remaining here in the third quarter. Lovington 30, Artesia 27. We're back in 30 seconds here on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel and HobbsAmerica.com.
Western States Insurance.
Why choose Western States Insurance as your independent insurance agent? Because Western States Insurance is more than an insurance agency. They're a people agency dedicated to the insurance needs of their customers. Western States Insurance is large enough to provide the products you demand and small enough to offer you personal service.
We've got you covered. Western States Insurance.
Call 396-1318 or go by 212 North Love in Lovington.
The Wildcats take the timeout, but they finally break the scoring drought here in the third quarter. They go back up by 3, 30-27. I'm TJ Miracle. I mentioned, this Artesia team not going to go away, especially not in their own gym. At one point, Artesia was down by 15, but have battled it back to just within 3. 4:19 to go in the third. Hope you're having a great Friday night. We've got a good one here. We had a good one in the girls' game earlier. Lovington falling 50-45, but that was a back-and-forth affair, too. So to the front court, it'll be Campbell, and are they going to get Stevens? You've got to be kidding me. They call Stevens for the personal, his first personal, 5th team foul, and so that'll put Artesia at the line and in the double bonus for the last half of this third period. Campbell to the line. Perez, Rivero, Thompson, Stevens, and Covington on the floor for your Wildcats. Campbell's first is up and gets it to go. It bounced off the back of the rim and straight up and then straight down through the strings. Estrada Wesson. Second up, and that one is no good, but Campbell will get his own rebound, and his putback not going to fall. Winds up with another offensive rebound, and the circus shot will go. We missed the free throw, but ties the game. 30 apiece to Perez from the right wing. Bouncing around, no good. And it'll be Watkins with his 6th rebound. Lovington is not doing a good job on the boards. Watkins all the way through and lays it up and in. Jaron Watkins gives Artesia the 32-30 lead. And Lovington going to take a timeout as Artesia has chunked back in from a 15-point deficit to take the lead. With 3:41 remaining in the third, it'll just be a 30, so we'll keep it right here and say a big thank you to all the great folks who make Lovington Wildcat basketball possible. Bob's Thriftway, Devon Energy, Lee County Electric Cooperative, Lovington Auto Supply, Stone Oilfield Services, Eunice Pump and Supply, First American Bank of Lovington, Lovington Schools, and Western States Insurance. So the Cats have kind of had the wheels come off. Right now, Artesia doing to Lovington what Lovington did to them in the first half, especially the first quarter. So it'll be Lovington basketball out of the Cats' timeout. Push it in to DeMarcus Thompson. Thompson will hand it to Perez. Perez to Rivero, now over to Covington. Covington working against Estrada. Loses the handle, but there to save it is Stevens. Stevens almost losing the basketball as Wesson gets the hand on it and knocks it away. It'll stay Lovington basketball on the near side. As Stevens will check out, Betancourt back in. On the inbound from Perez. Looking to get somebody in, he will. High one to Rivero, gives it right back to Perez. Perez to Betancourt, now to Thompson in the deep right corner. Thompson to Covington. He works against Estrada. Spin move goes into the paint and rolls off the side of the rim, and Kincaid has his 4th rebound. He'll feed it to Estrada, who gets it to Campbell, who goes off the left glass and up and in. Artesia with a 4-point lead, their biggest of the ball game. To Betancourt, underneath to Thompson, and DeMarcus up and in off the right glass.
Lovington needs to pick that pace up and keep it going. 34-32, Artesia in the lead. Campbell directs traffic as he gets it into the front court to Wesson and thought about shooting it before he had the basketball. That'll be turnover number 16 for Artesia. Give it back to Lovington. Pardon me, Wildcat basketball. To Covington. He'll drive right baseline, toss it out to Rivero. Tries the circus shot and not going to fall, and Kincaid with the rebound. Bad pass, but Artesia will get it right at midcourt to Wesson. Takes it in. He goes to the low post. His shot up no good, and it'll be Covington with his 8th board. Covington to Rivero, and Elijah up no good, but Betancourt is there. His putback no good. And Campbell with the rebound. We just cannot buy a bucket right now. Golly, golly, golly. So to the front court comes Artesia. They want to slow things down a little bit with 2 minutes remaining here in the third. And a 2-point Bulldog lead. To Kincaid, to Campbell, the little head fake, and he traveled. That'll be turnover number 17 for the Bulldogs. So now Valente Herrera going to check in as Covington going to take a well-deserved breather. Coach Casey Pack letting him know he's got to be a big boy inside. So Perez will inbound it. Lovington. Bad pass, and Wesson will take it away from him. 14th turnover for the Cats. Wesson and Perez will bat that one away in front of the Artesia bench. 34-30. Artesia's battled all the way back and has taken the lead here late in the third. Wesson will inbound it, gets it to Campbell. Campbell works against Betancourt, tosses inside. Wesson from the right baseline, up and in. 36-32. Lovington has got to find some O in the last 90 seconds of this third. To Rivero, to Perez in the right corner. Wesson on him. Nichols from right to left to Thompson to Rivero. Rivero drives in, tosses to Thompson to Betancourt. Right wing, back out to Perez. Hand it to Rivero, 1:10 to go. Lovington's 2 best shooters are on the bench. Perez from the left corner. That one kisses the glass and goes into the hand of Watkins, his 7th rebound. Uses up the dribble, needs some help. Coming back is Campbell to assist. Under a minute to play in the third. Bulldog basketball. Cats trail by 4, and a whistle away from the ball. And they're going to call Valente Herrera away from the basketball, his 3rd personal. And that will put Artesia at the line as Covington will check back in, as Kincaid will head to the line to shoot 2. So Kincaid at the line to try and make it a 5 or 6 point Artesia lead. So they're trying to turn things around as the first one for Kincaid is up and good. He's now 1 of 3 from the line. Now a 37-32 ball game, 5 points for Kincaid. Second on the way, and that one will roll home. Now a 6-point Artesia lead. That's a 21-point turnaround if you're keeping up with it at home. As Avliger will check in for Artesia. Comes in for Watkins. 51 seconds remaining here in the quarter. Lovington now trails by 6. Betancourt to Thompson. Back to Perez. Perez working against Hammond. Hands it off to Betancourt. Betancourt bounced to Covington. Gives it to Thompson, but stolen away by Artesia. 15th turnover for Lovington. Get it to Campbell. He'll drive back down, but he's fouled. He'll go to the line for 2. And, they are going to call. Are they going to tee up one of Lovington's players? They're going to call Betancourt. That'll be his 3rd personal. And it'll put. And they are also going to call a tee. That'll be Z's 4th personal. Ouch. And so now 4 free throws for Artesia as Campbell to the line. He'll shoot his free throws, and then I would imagine Coach Mondragon will put somebody in to shoot the Tex, and the first one is up and good. We saw this in the girls' game. A foul and then a technical. Win against Artesia. Lovington went only 1 of 3 from the line with 4 looks at the basket. It's one of the differences coming down as Campbell going to miss the second one. So 39-32. Now a 22-point turnaround for Artesia. Now 2 shots for Campbell as they let him take the Tex. 50-50 from the line, and he'll miss that one. So it stays 39-32. 28 seconds to go in the third. Pondo and Arroyo both stapled to the bench with 4 personal fouls as Campbell gets that one to go and makes it an 8-point Artesia lead. And it'll be Artesia basketball with 28 seconds to go. Estrada will inbound it to Hammond in the backcourt from right in front of me. 25 seconds to go. Hammond will direct traffic. Tossing over to Campbell, who's having a whale of a ball game off the bench. Campbell backs it up. They're looking to hold the basketball, probably trying to go for the last shot. Hanson Marquez in the ball game for Lovington. Ethan Stevens back in. With 6 seconds to go, Campbell weaves through traffic and poked out of there by Covington, but he'll turn around and fire a 15-footer at the buzzer. When it goes your way, it goes your way. Charlie Campbell right now is the saving grace for Artesia as they take the lead. 42-32. We head to the fourth. Wildcat basketball continues in a moment.
Introducing a smarter, easier way to manage your Lee County Electric account. It is called SmartHub. Now you can pay your bill anywhere, anytime with 24-hour access to your account. It is free and simple to use. Just search for the SmartHub app on your cell phone or device and download the free app, or go to our website at lcecnet.com and look for the SmartHub logo to view your account or pay your bill online. Managing your Lee County Electric account conveniently and securely with SmartHub. Lee County Electric, owned by those we serve.
It's no secret, at some point you'll have a question or need to replace or fix something on your vehicle. Whether your vehicle is new or ancient, Lovington Auto Supply is your trusted advisor when you need dependable auto parts. Not only do they have the parts you need, they have real answers to your real automotive questions, and that help keeps your vehicle running longer and stronger. Quality parts, helpful people. Lovington Auto Supply, 217 West Avenue D in Lovington. Napa, get up and go.
And welcome back. Fourth quarter time here at Artesia's. Lovington's once 15-point lead is now a 10-point deficit. They were outscored 22-4 in that third quarter. And in the second and third combined have been outscored 37-14. Not a great look, but hey, there's still 8 minutes to play in this one as Arroyo and Pondo back on the floor. Michael will get the inbound from Julian. He'll take it to the top of the arc. Underhand it to Covington. He works against Estrada to Thompson. Thompson, a little crossover, goes through the lane. Circus shot, no good, and we just can't buy a bucket. Watkins has his 8th rebound. Push it over to Estrada. Deep left corner for 3, and it's good. Estrada makes it a 45-32 ball game. Arroyo to the front court. Almost loses the basketball. Tosses back out to Pondo. To Thompson in the left corner. Moving it back around to Marcus, to Pondo, right corner for 3. That one is off the mark. And off of the tip, ball goes out of bounds. Lovington outscored 37-14, and they've been out-rebounded it was out-rebounded by 7 in the third quarter. Currently sitting 7 behind Artesia off the glass, and Artesia's made them count. As Pondo goes flying to the floor, they'll get it into the corner for Wesson for 3, and it's good. As the wheels have officially come off, it's now a 16-point lead for Artesia. A 31-point turnaround to Covington. He misses the runner. Watkins has a 9th one, and to Wesson coming on the right lane, up and in off of the assist. It's now 50-32. A timeout might not be a terrible idea here, Coach Casey. And he will take the timeout. 6:40 remaining in the ball game. Artesia's charged back to make it a 50-32 game at this point. We're back in a minute. Wildcat basketball continues in a moment.
Stone Oilfield Services says many traffic fatalities may be caused by an intoxicated driver. So do yourself and your community a favor and remember the 3 C's of safety: Caution, courtesy, and above all, common sense. Safe and sober driving is everyone's responsibility. That message was from Stone Oilfield Services in Lovington, a name you can trust and depend on. For quality and integrity, call 575-396-1840. From the Stone family and staff at Stone Oilfield Services.
Eunice Pump and Supply has been around for over 30 years and is excited to continue their services to the community. They take pride in their employees and their hard work and dedication, and most importantly, take pride in the youth of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply is a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, another proud supporter of Lee County athletics.
Out of the Wildcat timeout is Lovington trying to figure out how to get this one back. As at one point up by 15, now they trail by 18. Yikes. Arroyo to Rivero. Rivero works against Watkins, gives it to Thompson, deep right corner, pushing back out to Covington. Covington against Estrada. Cale, hippity hop to Rivero, now back across to Thompson, to Pondo in the right corner. Pondo to the free throw line, uses up the dribble, bounces out to Arroyo. Arroyo reset. He works against Hammond, and he'll take it in, and they'll call the floor foul on Hammond. That is the first foul in the second half for Artesia. Yeah, you heard right. The first foul in the whole second half for the Bulldogs, and it is a floor foul. No, inbounding it will be Rivero for right of his own bucket. Needs to get it in. He'll bounce it in at 5 to Thompson, and Thompson goes to the rack, misses the shot, but gets the foul. They're going to call that on Kincaid, just his first personal. And Thompson heads to the line to shoot 2. They're trying to break a whale of a scoring drought. Lovington only 4 points in that third quarter as DeMarcus up and in. And he gets Lovington's first point of the fourth. Maybe this can be the start of the furious comeback. We've seen a few in this gym from the Cats over the years. District Tournament Championship game a number of years back, I remember missing that one, and Estrada with the rebound, his third. Estrada just kind of rolls it near side to Hammond, who will take it into the front court as Arroyo picks him up. Julian got to be careful. He's got 4 fouls on him. Julian has not scored since the first quarter. Had to play very, very loose. So to the baseline, underhand to Kincaid, and a foul going to be called on Lovington. Of course it is. They get Pondo. They will, and so that'll do it for Pondo. Well, that's his 4th personal. I thought it was his 5th. So it is on the floor, and a whistle sounds on the inbound, and 5-second violation. Artesia turning it over, give Lovington the basketball. Well, actually, they're going to call Kincaid for a foul. And things getting a little bit chippy here as Arroyo will pick it up as it crosses into the offensive zone. He'll take it to the rack, and then he's going to get fouled. As Watkins asking what's going on, they're going to call the push on Watkins. That'll be his 2nd personal. 4th team foul on Artesia, so Lovington will go in the bonus. Rivero to inbound it. He pushes into Julian back near center court. He works against Watkins. Julian takes it to the rack. A high shot up and in, but he'll go to the line to shoot 2. As they will get Hammond for that one, his 3rd personal. Now Lovington will be in the bonus for the last 5:46 of this ball game. You've got to continue to attack. So Arroyo at the line, looking for his first point since the first quarter. And he spent much of the second and third quarter in foul trouble. Julian up and in. He's got 11, leads the Cats. As Hammond will check out, Campbell will check back in. Arroyo, Pondo, Covington, Rivero, and Thompson on the floor for the Cats. Second on the way for Julian, and he gets them both. It's Lovington back to within 15. Campbell will run the point. Campbell leads Artesia with 13 points, or did, until Wesson exploded. He's got 18 now. Campbell goes hippity hop through the lane. The ball goes out of bounds, and another turnover for Artesia. They're 19th. Lovington with 15. JoJo Perez will check in. So JoJo comes in for Elijah Rivero as Thompson will inbound it with 5.5 minutes remaining in the ball game.
a back-and-forth affair, and looked like all Lovington early and all Artesia late, and whistle, and Julian took the extra step, and it's going to burn him. 16th turnover for the Wildcats. A deep breath would be in order if you're Lovington. They're down to just a single timeout. Don't let Artesia any further away if you can. As Campbell across the front court, Arroyo picks him up there. Campbell moves to the left elbow, turns up the 15-footer up and good. 15 for Campbell off the bench. 52-35. Long pass down, stolen away by Wesson. 17th turnover for Lovington. Wesson to Campbell. They try and trap him up. They'll get it to Wesson. Thinks about the three now to Estrada. Estrada backs it out beyond the arc in the left wing. And hand it back to Campbell. 4:55 remaining in the ball game. Artesia weathered Lovington's punch in the mouth, and then a whistle sounds and a timeout going to be taken by Coach Mondragon with 4:48 remaining in the game. Artesia 52, Lovington 35. We're back in a minute here on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel and HobbsAmerica.com.
When it comes to your hard-earned money, selecting the right bank is vital. Hi, I'm David Campbell, president of First American Bank in Lovington. First American Bank in Lovington is part of this community. So bank with trusted partners you know, and trusted partners that are part of this area we call home. First American Bank offers all the advantages big corporate banks do, and we do our banking with hometown support and commitment. Choose First American Bank, 19 West Washington in Lovington. We want to earn your trust, then earn your business.
Lovington Schools proudly supports their athletic teams and wants to encourage all teachers, students, and staff to keep pressing on. Wildcats, you are winners on and off of the court. Lovington Municipal Schools are proud of holding the utmost and highest standards. Go out there and be proud to be part of the Big Blue. For more information on what is happening now at Lovington Schools, log on to lovingtonschools.net and bet you won't be disappointed. Go Big Blue. 3 claps and a woo!
Back here in Artesia, out of the Bulldog timeout, it will be Artesia basketball. They're up by 17, 52-35. As the long cross-court pass into the corner for Watkins for three. That one off the mark, but Campbell with the rebound. And ball is on the floor. Good pressure by the Wildcats. And the ball stays loose on the floor. And DeMarcus Thompson will come out with it. Lovington not dead yet. To the front court with Covington. Covington uses up the dribble. Will come to Perez on the near side. Gets a screen from Covington. JoJo into the paint and is blocked underneath by Kincaid. JoJo is about 5'0". Kincaid, I think, might be able to touch the ceiling. I think he's about 6'11". And the inbound will come into Thompson. Lovington basketball and a bad pass, and that one going to go all the way to the backcourt. As Wesson will fall down for it, and Wesson trying to go down and get the basketball, saves a turnover for Lovington. Coach Mondragon is not happy about it. Lovington basketball back on their own baseline. Perez into Arroyo. The high pass over to Pondo from the left corner, in and out. Watkins with his 10th rebound of the ball game. Lovington just cannot buy a rebound or a bucket right now. 3:53 to go. Campbell to the front court. Tosses into Kincaid, swatted away by Covington. So Lovington basketball, they've got to find some O. Thompson, Perez, Arroyo, Pondo, back to Arroyo. Now over to Covington, and a whistle sounds as they're going to get Estrada. That'll be his third personal. 6-team foul, not that it really matters at this point, but if you can get points back from the free throw line, you will. And they're pulling guys off the court, so Arroyo, did they call a tech? Nope, they're telling him get up in the blocks. So, okay, no technical or anything called. Julian Arroyo goes to the line to shoot two. Trying to get it back within 15. Julian puts up the first, gets it to go. 36 on the board for the Wildcats. Covington, Thompson, Pondo, Perez, and Arroyo on the floor for Lovington. Estrada, Kincaid, Wesson, Campbell, and Julian's second one is good. And Watkins on the floor for Artesia. 3.5 remaining in the ball game. Campbell with it. Perez works against him. Arroyo tries to steal it away. They'll get it to Estrada. Estrada picks up the dribble, bounces over to Campbell. He'll take it into the right lane, then back it out, and they're going to say double dribble. Artesia having trouble hanging onto the basketball. 22 turnovers for them tonight. But Lovington, since that first quarter, has really been unable to answer. A Wildcat basketball, push it in to Thompson. Thompson to Pondo in the deep right corner. Pondo, spin move from the right block, just puts up a wild one, but Thompson is there with the rebound and the putback. DeMarcus with 9 points now, and Lovington trying to chip into the lead as the ball loose on the floor. JoJo Perez will get to it, and then he's going to get hit from behind by Campbell. So JoJo forces the turnover and then gets fouled, and that'll put Perez at the line to shoot 2. And Lovington up and cheering. Did they just tee up Casey? Yep, they just teed up Coach Pack. What can you say? They're going to tee up the and they teed up both teams, so they teed up, I'm guessing, Campbell. Oh, nope, they teed up Micah Pondo. Wow. Wow. And Lovington should have 4 free throws. Artesia should have 2. Pondo not a happy man. So he's going to come over and he's talking to Coach Casey Pack, and they're discussing some things at the scorer's table. So they're working this out. While we've got a moment, say a big thanks to all the great folks who make Wildcat basketball possible, including Western States Insurance. Connie and her great crew, they can take care of you for all of your insurance need. Home, auto, life, personal, or business. Also big thanks to Lovington Schools. First American Bank of Lovington. Looking for a new bank? Go see David and his crew. The First American Bank. Eunice Pump and Supply. Of course, the good folks at Eunice Pump and Supply. An office right there in Lovington. Always great supporters of all Lee County athletics as Pondo goes over and shakes the hand. Coach Mondragon, Stone Oilfield Services. Mr. Stone and his crew, great supporters too of all Lee County athletics. Lovington Auto Supply in Napa. Lee County Electric Cooperative, Devon Energy, and Bob's Thriftway, the Jameson family. Of course, always helping out and doing what they need to do for the community. So JoJo Perez will go to the line. He will shoot free throws. They're going to say, okay, no free throws for the Techs, I'm guessing. That they canceled each other out. So JoJo Perez will just head to the line to shoot 2 for the regular foul. So I think that's what they decided to do. And that makes sense. JoJo's first one is up, and it is no good. The score remains 52-39. 2:54 remaining in the ball game. Micah Pondo sits dejectedly at the end of the bench after fouling out on a tee. Second one is up, and JoJo gets that one to go. 52-40 at one point. It was a 15-point lead, and now a timeout going to be taken, the final timeout for Coach Casey Pack, and it comes with 3 minutes or so to go in the ball game. We'll take a timeout. Be back in a minute. Wildcat basketball continues in a moment.
Attention shoppers. Bob's Thriftway welcomes you to Lovington, New Mexico. This week you'll save big on grocery items throughout their store. Save big on produce, household items, bread products, and meats. Every week, Bob's Thriftway has big savings for their customers. Bob's Thriftway is your local hometown grocery store. So for the freshest produce, the best meats, shop Bob's Thriftway, 906 West Avenue D in Lovington.
Devon Energy is proud to support the athletic programs of Lovington High School this season
By partnering with local schools in Lovington, Devon is making an investment in the long-term future of the community. Sports teach discipline, teamwork, and leadership. Skills our youth will use to succeed for a lifetime. From the Devon team to yours, Devon Energy wishes you good luck this season, both on the field and in the classroom. Go Wildcats!
And welcome back to the Bulldog Pit in Artesia. Out of the confusion of double techs and a foul and everything else, it'll be Artesia basketball out of the Lovington timeout. Lovington at 1 point trailed by 15-16 and now gotten it down to 12. But they are running out of time. Full court pressure is on. Campbell throws the fastball to Watkins. He'll put a little 10-foot floater up, and Covington will bring down the rebound, his ninth. Cale to Arroyo. Julian, and he's going to get fouled as they're going to call that one on Kincaid, his third personal. And Julian will head to the line to shoot two. Actually, they're going to get Hammond for that one, not Kincaid. So Arroyo heads to the line. Lovington tries to chip in it some more with the clock stopped, and Julian gets it to fall. Trying to get it back to just 10. Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. All Lovington in the first, all Artesia since then, but Lovington trying to chip back away at it. Second one on the way for Julian. He gets them both. A 10-point Artesia lead. Ball loose on the floor. Wesson will corral it, pick it up. He'll inbound it under full court pressure from the Wildcats. Bounce it in to Watkins. Push it forward to Campbell. Campbell tossing underneath to Kincaid, and he'll roll it home. Kincaid from the left baseline. 54-42. Shot up, no good. Kincaid with the rebound, his sixth. Kincaid to Watkins. Watkins from the right lane, and he'll put it up and in. 8 points for Watkins. 56-42, back up to a 14-point lead for Artesia, which is 2 minutes remaining in the ballgame. 3 on the way for Perez, no good. Ball loose on the court and off of the tip. It'll be Hammond, winds up with it. Perez giving him all kinds of fits. Thompson comes over to help, and whistle sounds as Coach Mondragon going to take a timeout. If it's a full, or nope, it'll be a 30. So with 1:58 remaining in the contest, Artesia 56, Lovington 42. Of course, after tonight, next up for Lovington, they'll return home to the friendly confines of Wildcat Gym Tuesday night. Take on the Goddard Rockets. Lady Cats will begin first about 5:30. The boys to follow after that. Next up for Artesia, of course, will be Portales on Tuesday. We'll take on Portales 1 week from tonight back at the friendly confines. Well, things just not going the way of the Wildcats after that first quarter. Up by 8 at the half, but Artesia just stretching things out. Weird things happen here in Artesia to Lovington. Tonight, really no exception. Under 2 minutes to play as Hammond will walk it into the front court. Rivero going to pick him up. Crosses over, moves back to the timeline. Now he'll run in, tossing out to Watkins. Now to the deep left corner for Campbell. Campbell to Kincaid, back to Wesson. They're just going to run clock. Lovington with fouls to give, so not a lot going to help him here. To Campbell, Perez will pick him up. Little spin, he'll toss it into the corner. Watkins for three, it is off the mark. Kincaid with position, and he'll go hard to the rack and get the bucket and the foul. Kincaid now with 10 points, and he'll go to the line for three the old-fashioned way. They're going to put that one up on Covington, his third personal, just the third team foul on Lovington. Now 58-42, stretching it back out. Kincaid at the line and misses three the old-fashioned way, and Thompson with the rebound, his ninth. To Kincaid to Perez. Perez back to Thompson. Tries to hand it off to Arroyo. Watkins almost from the left block, and whistle sounds. And a two-shot foul as Arroyo will go back to the line with 1:04 remaining in the ball game. Going to call that on Kincaid. That'll be his third personal. And DeMarcus Thompson at the line. And barring a basketball miracle, First one up for Thompson. DeMarcus with 10 points, rolls it home. Lovington will fall to 12-9 on the season, 0-1 in district. But it's early in the district race still. Thompson puts up the second. DeMarcus gets them both. He's got 11 for the Wildcats. 58-44, Wesson looks to inbound it. He'll toss it in to Campbell, who gets around and knocks over Stevens. Ball loose on the court. Kincaid knocked away, and it'll be Lovington basketball. They won the turnover battle tonight. And unfortunately, Artesia's winning the fight on the scoreboard as Lovington's offense just not able to keep up after the initial onslaught. Perez to Thompson with 51 seconds to go. To Arroyo, NBA 3 right wing, and that one is off the mark. And it'll be Wesson with the rebound. Wesson keeps it himself, goes to the front court, takes it coast to coast, and puts it in. 2 more points in the books for Wesson, 60-44, and Lovington trying to break some pressure. It's knocked out by Hammond. So it'll stay Wildcat basketball. 35 seconds to go. They'd like to chop the margin of defeat down if they could to Stevens. Coming over to Covington, and they're going to call the block foul as Covington collides with Campbell. His second personal, so Cale will head to the line to shoot 2. Oh, at the line, Covington, his first trip to the line tonight. Puts up the first and in and out. Just been that kind of night, at least for the last 3 quarters. Coming into the ball game will be Peyton Hernandez for Lovington. So he'll go in for DeMarcus Thompson. DeMarcus a 1 rebound shy of a double-double. He has 11 points in the ball game. Covington second on the way, and Cale gets that one to go. He's got 7 in the ball game. 30 seconds to go. Wesson into Campbell, tossing it over to Hammond. Hammond picks up the dribble, gets it to Wesson. Lovington trying to trap him up, now back over. He'll get it to Watkins, back to Wesson. They can just run it out here, 15 seconds remaining. Over to Wesson with 9 with 8, near side to Watkins. Watkins, long cross-court pass to Kincaid, and stolen away by Ethan Stevens, forcing the turnover, and Ethan will take it in and count the bucket right at the buzzer, so Stevens gets the steal and the points. Our final score tonight, though, Artesia 60, Lovington 47. We'll be back with your Devon Energy postgame report and wrap this one up right after this. Wildcat basketball continues in just a moment.
Stone Oilfield Services says many traffic fatalities may be caused by an intoxicated driver. So do yourself and your community a favor and remember the 3 C's of safety: caution, courtesy, and above all, common sense. Safe and sober driving is everyone's responsibility. That message was from Stone Oilfield Services in Lovington, a name you can trust and depend on. For quality and integrity, call 575-396-1840. From the Stone family and staff at Stone Oilfield Services.
Eunice Pump and Supply has been around for over 30 years and is excited to continue their services to the community. They take pride in their employees and their hard work and dedication, and most importantly, take pride in the youth of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply is a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, another proud supporter of Lee County athletics.
When it comes to your hard-earned money, selecting the right bank is vital. Hi, I'm David Campbell, president of First American Bank in Lovington. First American Bank in Lovington is part of this community, so bank with trusted partners you know, and trusted partners that are part of this area we call home. First American Bank offers all the advantages big corporate banks do, and we do our banking with hometown support and commitment. Choose First American Bank, 19 West Washington in Lovington. We want to earn your trust, then earn your business.
Lovington Schools proudly supports their athletic teams and wants to encourage all teachers, students, and staff to keep pressing on. Wildcats, you are winners on and off of the court. Lovington Municipal Schools are proud of holding the utmost and highest standards. Go out there and be proud to be part of the Big Blue. For more information on what is happening now at Lovington Schools, log on to lovingtonschools.net and bet you won't be disappointed. Go Big Blue. 3 claps and a woo!
Western States Insurance.
Why choose Western States Insurance as your independent insurance agent? Because Western States Insurance is more than an insurance agency. They're a people agency dedicated to the insurance needs of their customers. Western States Insurance is large enough to provide the products you demand and small enough to offer you personal service.
We've got you covered. Western States Insurance.
Call 396-1318 or go by 212 North Love in Lovington.
And welcome back to your Lovington Wildcat postgame report from Devon Energy and Western States Insurance. The Cats fall to 0-1 in district tonight as Artesia takes them down 60-47. So let's take a quick look at the final numbers in this one. Leading the way for the Artesia Bulldogs was Diego Wesson, as he has 20 tonight for Artesia. Also in double figures, Charlie Campbell coming off the bench with 16. Then 10 points for their big post player center, Kincaid. He had 10 points for the Bulldogs. Really, it was the first quarter, all Lovington, but after that, pretty much just all Artesia. Turning the page for your Wildcats. Leading scorer tonight, Julian Arroyo with 16 points. DeMarcus Thompson in double digits with 11. Cale Covington, good to see him back. He contributed 7 tonight. Covington and Thompson each with 9 rebounds in the ball game. Lovington did pretty good from the free throw line. They go 15 of 20 from the charity stripe, only 17 turnovers, but they got out-rebounded 35-24 in the ball game, and they got outscored, 40-19 in the in the second half, so, or from the second quarter on. So, things just didn't work out tonight for Lovington. But hey, you know what? You turn around and you play again on Tuesday. Lovington came out, took the 18-5 lead, punched Artesia in the mouth, but Artesia came back. It's just the way it worked. And tonight, that's, the way it happened for Lovington. But you got to put it behind you and get ready for Tuesday night as you will welcome the Goddard Rockets back to the friendly confines of Wildcat Gym. We'll be on the air with the Stone Oilfield Services pregame Lady Cat pregame show right about 5, if the JV game's on time, probably about 5:20 on Tuesday night. And then the girls game tip off at 5:30. Then we'll have the boys game immediately following that one. So the Cats and Lady Cats having some tough luck here in Artesia tonight. The Lady Cats falling in game 1 50-45, and the Wildcat boys falling 60-47 in the nightcap. So we'll see you Tuesday night. Dawn Morgan will be back with us on Tuesday, so looking forward to having her back. So until Tuesday night, my friends, for Tiff Stuber in studio, keeping an eye and an ear on everything. For Dawn Morgan on assignment tonight, I'm TJ Miracle saying so long from Artesia. Thanks for listening and watching to Lovington Wildcat and Lady Cat basketball from Walmart Digital and One Radio Square Sports. Good night, everybody.